Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/31/23.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. So fired up to introduce you guys to Life Imaging FLA up from South Florida, where they've been saving lives weekly. How do they do it, you ask? Well, they save lives with their FDA-approved state-of-the-art low-dose radiation CT scanner that can easily detect heart disease and cancer before a patient shows any symptoms, and it only uses a fraction of the radiation of most CT scanners. Even better, no dyes. You don't have to get undressed, and it only takes about 10 minutes. No question, early detection saves lives because 1 out of 3 people will die from heart disease, and the worst part is, in 30 to 40% of those heart attacks, the first symptom is sudden death. Call Life Imaging FLA for your free heart scan. It's a value of $699 and only has a few minimum requirements. From your cell phone, call pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250, just say the keyword free heart scan and you'll be connected in seconds. Do this for you and all of your loved ones. Get that peace of mind with prevention with Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet, and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler. Like choosing True as One checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truest One checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Radio.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from this is a bad idea to strippers form a union to clean up clubs, and the old people Bachelor is going to be real gross, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane. Uh-oh. Hello. There you are. Hello, C-Lane. Let's do it again. And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you need to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Sweat my tees off.
It's hot out there, huh?
It's so hot.
Oh, man, is it hot. And you might hear some noises during the show, because they are literally knocking down a 2-story house across the street.
Nice.
Like right now, they're knocking down this house.
Bye.
And all I can think of is this house, just for the record, all right? This house looks like something out of a Stephen King movie.
Oh, haunted.
Oh, God. Courtney's like, I want to go in there and explore. And I'm like, what are you, out of your mind? This place looks like where you go to get murdered. It was real dilapidated.
Or like some asbestos poisoning.
Oh, yeah. If you go in there, you're coming out with something that you didn't have before you went in. It's a real rough-looking place.
Have you ever seen the move where instead of, this house obviously is very old, so the bulldozing is important to but a house that's so important to people that instead of, they don't want to move out of the house.
Right.
So they want to move the house.
Yeah, they actually physically moved the house from one place.
That happened on the street I used to live on, and it was like the house was delivered, and then it was taking them a while to, if I had to guess, educated guess, build a foundation that matches the bottom of that house.
Right, yeah.
And then they like slide it like they're trying to slide an omelet off a pan.
I wouldn't trust that.
No,
I feel like.
it seems too ambitious, doesn't
But
it?
I mean, how much do you like your house?
I know.
How expensive is that process that's got to be the thing that you do? It's got to be that house.
The only thing that I can think of, now that they're knocking this house down, and they've knocked a couple other ones down, is, and tell me if you're like a pro at this, send a dispatch and tell me if my concerns are valid here. I'm like, that place has got to be full of rats and roaches, and when they knock it down, where do they all go?
I'll tell you an exact answer, and that is the houses right by it.
Yeah.
Because on my street, there's a lot of construction going on.
Uh-huh.
New houses being built, new houses being renovated, and there are a family of 3 rats in my backyard.
Oh, see, that's what they do. They scurry to the nearest place. They're going to try to find their way over here.
Yeah, it's gross, and I just can't bring myself, I'm going to obviously talk to my property management company, but I had a moment where I was like, I do have that airsoft gun that we used to shoot at each other on the show.
Airsoft gun? Forget about that. Don't you have access to a flamethrower? You used it once on stage.
Yeah, hey, can I borrow your flamethrower? It's been a
Yes.
couple years. I also can't bring myself to murder like
Oh,
that.
that would be awesome. Just walking down the street with a flamethrower and all
And
the
then it
rats.
smells like burnt rat. No, thank you.
Fantastic. So just know that.
Be the fried piper.
If you hear a little bit of noise during the show today, that's what you're hearing.
Yeah. If you went to the same high school as I did, but you went there in the mid to late 90s, you dealt with a situation like that because across the street they were clearing out land to build islands of adventure.
Oh yeah, okay, the theme park.
And it was all I'm guessing mostly swamp with lots of wildlife.
Oh, that has to go somewhere.
And it went across Turkey Lake Road into the high school property.
Driving on that road for a while is probably just like there's so many things, just avoiding all kinds of little animals and stuff. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go over to the world of sports, baby. Yes, sports. Indeed, that's where we're going. And a woman named Kate Abdo. She's big in the world of soccer broadcasting, football, depending on where you live.
Footy.
And she has worked for quite some time for different networks. She currently was working for CBS on the Champions League show. Remember that I said that. She's currently broadcasting on CBS. That's where this soccer match was going down. She made a little bit of a mistake. Listen up.
Well, speaking of that, there are some other people who aren't so blessed to be here
Great coat.
tonight. You have Fox Sports. Well, Fox Sports. We're on CBS. I apologize.
Okay.
She says the wrong network.
Man, they all really lost their minds there.
Is there any jobs going to Fox? So the teleprompter had just kind of risen up a little bit, and I...
Blame the teleprompter guy.
I apologize.
team in Stamford, Dre, Mateo, and Mike.
They did really react to that.
Yeah, like, all right, guys, it happens. The guy was on the floor.
I've done this many times. I've called this
For real.
all kinds of different things in the station.
And their reaction, if you didn't see it, looked like that Impractical Jokers meme.
Yeah, where they all fall over at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guys are just like, she said the wrong one.
Well, speaking of that, there are some other people who aren't so blessed to be here tonight. You have Fox Sports. Well, Fox Sports. We're on CBS. I apologize.
such an idiot.
Guy falls behind the desk.
They're being really, really extra about this.
They had a little too much coffee before this broadcast, I think. They were
kind of just being douchebags about it.
And then at one point she goes, I'm going to get fired for this. And she did not. So she's all right on that front and made it through. When you broadcast on multiple networks, always going to run into some problems. She got paychecks coming in from all the big names.
Exactly.
So she screwed that up just a little bit. There is a video that's been making the rounds. It's all over all the social medias. It's the talk of the town.
Facebook.
Oh, boys,
Instagram,
it's something to
Twitter,
behold.
y'all see this?
And to me, it exposes just how ridiculous a lot of people have become. It's a brawl right outside of Disney World, of all places. And when I saw this, I go, oh, my God.
What's it about? Is it about, no, it looks too daylight.
It's in the middle of the day.
So it's not about somebody standing in front of you for fireworks.
No, but it's about something that I've struggled with before, and I do find to be a little bit annoying. And I guess one group had gathered in front of this. You know, they have like these big things where there's all kinds of trees that they've trimmed in shapes, and they got like flowers and like an artistic display.
Yeah.
Says Disney or whatever. They were trying to take a big group photo in front of that. And one group took their photo and they didn't get out of the way fast enough. And the other group is like, get out of here. And they said, what'd you say?
Oh.
And next thing you know, they're fighting.
It's like a golf brawl.
Yeah, full on. I mean, there's families. I'll just show a little bit of this for the people watching the stream. These families are just swinging, slugging each other, kicking each other, men, women, everybody, all over a photograph that they couldn't get in the time that they wanted to. No one has any shame anymore.
That's so embarrassing.
It is. Your whole family. There's little kids they're like holding back in
And
the
they're all
background.
adults.
One of the
They're at
families.
Disney.
One of the families had matching T-shirts.
Yeah, everybody's got like the Disney trip matching shirt, and you're slugging it out with another family. Come on. I look at this and I go, could you guys ever imagine your family going to Disney and getting into a brawl with another family?
Absolutely not.
If I did anything, my dad would be brawling with me.
Yeah.
He'd be like kicking my ass.
Oh, no, we would leave.
Yeah,
we will never
get
go
in the
back
car.
to Disney again.
I told you we would turn around. Here we go. This is the way things are now, though, I guess. It's just like, what the hell, man? You're at the happiest place on earth, and you're still miserable. You're still ready to get in a fight. For marking the 100-year anniversary, the sign behind them was where everybody wanted to take a picture, and so they got into a giant fight over it. It's so trashy, right? Like, oh, my God. And I also find myself like, am I alone on this? I find myself thinking, there's a certain age, and if you get past it, and I think I'm past it now, 42 in a couple of days here, there's a certain age when you get past it, if you get into a fight, that's ridiculous. You're too old to fight.
Sean, you talk about fighting people all the time.
I know, but for real, like if I was in Disney World and somebody pushed me and they're like trying to fight with me or something, I would fight back. Of course I would fight back. I would always fight back. But like starting fights and stuff and slugging it out with people in public, it's like, what the hell, man? You got to raise your expectations of yourself, your family, and everything else higher than that. This is super embarrassing. There's like 10 people brawling, and Disney is obviously, this is the antithesis of what they want to put out there as their image to the world. Real quick before we just knock everything wide open here on a Wednesday, we got Fritz on the Street coming up later today, so we'll see how competitive things get when our friend Fritz drops by. But we talked about a lot of different people in union situations. Like, for instance, the writer's strike is going on right now. That's been having an effect on TV, and it's been having an effect on the late night shows. That's the easiest one to notice. But there's another world where they're fighting to unionize, and they just did it for the first time ever. Topless dancers in Los Angeles.
All right.
The strippers, they're the only unionized strippers
Good for
in the
them.
United States.
What does that mean for customers?
It's really weird because what they're asking for seems so simple. They're basically saying, can you please clean up the strip club? Can we please like maybe just run some cleaning materials over the surfaces in this place?
Some Fabuloso.
Yeah,
it
let's
took a
shine it up.
unionization for that to happen. Is there not like maybe an audit that comes around every once in a while?
I have never been to a strip club in Los Angeles. You were in Los Angeles not too long ago. Did you go to a strip club?
I did not, and I honestly went to LA like before pandemic.
Oh, so I don't know what the strip clubs are like there. I would imagine they were nice. That's what I was imagining in my head. But they were fighting for that. And then the other thing that they were fighting for, I was like, okay. Well, they're like, we want more safety for the strippers.
Wow, crazy idea.
I was like, oh, these don't seem like really big asks right here. Here's KTLA talking about
Some
this.
local exotic dancers now set to become the first group of unionized strippers in the nation. After a 15-month battle with the owners of Star Garden Bar in North Hollywood,
legs.
They are one huge
Silhouettes.
step closer. Representatives with the bar withdrew all union election challenges and agreed to recognize the union and give the dancers their jobs
Good
back.
for them, man.
The dancers will meet with the Actors Equity Association within 30 days to negotiate their first contract.
One thing that was interesting, they didn't show much of it here, but when you talk about a picket line, boy, they're generally pretty boring. But when the picket line is full of strippers, there's a lot more stuff to look at.
I'm there for the protest. Let's go.
And the signs were fun. Oh, God. They had so many different things out there, and they've become the first ever at the Star Garden Topless Dive Bar in North Hollywood. They are joining the Actors Equity Association, 51,000 other people there.
Does that
and
mean
now
they
these
get like
strippers.
health insurance now?
I don't know. I don't know if they get health insurance. I know. All I know is this. I know that a lot of strippers make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
They do real well for themselves. And
A
I'm
couple
gonna
of them
take,
made a lot of my money the other night.
I'm going to take a guess that the ones in North Hollywood are pulling in some pretty decent cash themselves. All right, we're going to get to you.
Would we assume those are the strip clubs that like celebrities would go to?
Yeah, I think so. Like, and North Hollywood's where a lot of the celebs hang out. I think
Yeah.
so. Like, that's what I would imagine would be in there. At least some famous clientele would slide through every now and then.
That's right. That means not only are they making money from famous people, but they might be making like in the VIP section or the
Yeah.
champagne rooms, they might be making even more money to keep that mouth shut.
Right. They have
This is
secrets.
mouth shut money.
Yeah, Naomi on YouTube says, I hate to see the strippers go on strike. Isn't it amazing? Maybe they don't see the writers as important as the strippers because they solved this thing pretty quickly here. They said, all right, we'll clean up the clubs. We got it. When we come back, we got you. Your dispatches are piling up already. Join us here on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours. And a big move that I think is a big mistake. But I want to see what everybody else thinks about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for an accident off to the left shoulder on I-4 westbound at State Road 417. Two right lanes are blocked due to an accident on State Road 417, the Greenway heading southbound at Lake Mary Boulevard, exit 49. Watch out for slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for unlimited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password, for you to become a victim. LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life, from carpooling kids to work to friends and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. See store for details.
The places you drive past have a story to tell, and the Audio app brings those stories to life. Audio automatically plays narrated tales about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories right outside your car window. Featuring over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast, many narrated by some of your favorite voices, including Kevin Costner, John Lithgow, and more. Make your next drive an adventure. Audio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Come rock out at Orlando's only rock and roll cocktail party. Velvet Sessions at Hard Rock Hotel at Universal Orlando welcomes Eric Martin, former lead singer of Mr. Big, performing Friday, May 19th. Tickets include free specialty cocktails, finger foods, and more. Tickets are $55. Upgrade to a VIP ticket for $95. This is a 21 and older event. Visit velvetsessions.com now for more information and to get your tickets before they're gone.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
The way healthcare works today can be frustrating. So many different doctors to keep track of, different tests, different medications. It's a lot. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care covered by most Medicare plans. Here, your own doctor coordinates all of your care for you, even talking to your specialists and your pharmacist to manage prescriptions. There's a lot more about Village Medical that we think you'll love. When's the last time you said that about healthcare? Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff Shreve, and I invite you to follow me as we pursue wisdom and peace through Pray.com's new podcast, Weekly Wisdom. Every week, we will embark on a journey through the Bible to discover encouraging truths and wisdom to last a lifetime. The Bible says wisdom is like a teacher standing at the gate, calling for us to hear her words before it's too late. Will you answer that call? Listen to Weekly Wisdom with Pastor Jeff Shreve on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial Pound Law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
I don't know. This might be a bad idea. I'll tell you what it is in just a moment.
Let's do it anyway.
I'm in a bad TV cycle right now. What? I realized after the show, I was like, oh, the next couple of days are shot. Generally, Courtney and I line up on like everything that we want to watch. You know, sit there and we're like, oh, let's watch this, and we'll binge like a season of something and have some fun. And then there's one show that when she puts it on, I'm like, not for me.
I'll watch it though.
No, I don't. I go away. I go do some work in my office or whatever. And she's like, do you mind? Do you mind? She loves it so much, and she really enjoys to sit there and watch all these episodes. And they just dropped the new season of the Queer Eye show.
Oh.
And I'm like, there's no show that she loves more. And I'm just like,
Or like Teary-Eyed. Wasn't that last season like brutal as far as how much people cried.
I could
'Cause it was
only
so nice.
take snippets of it.
I thought the first season of the reboot was the one where people were crying a lot, and I think they realized that, and then maybe tried to play too much into it, because then everybody needed a sob story.
Yeah, that's what they do for all these. There's like a formula to it, right? Like this person's got this
Like
problem.
in this season, and spoiler alert, I don't know that you really can spoil Queer Eye, but here goes. In this season,
They're gay.
There's a lot of gay on this show.
One of their projects is a frat house.
Yeah,
So
right.
All of the seasons in New Orleans, and so one of the projects is a frat house at the university, and you're like, all right, they're just helping these gross ass frat kids like turn around their lives so they can raise some money so their fraternity can be looked at as not the smelly kid in class fraternity.
They're a little bit lower rung.
Beer pong, baby.
And like everything seems fine, everything seems legit, and you think maybe this won't be the cry one, and then all of a sudden the one kid has really bad depression problems, and couldn't talk to it to anybody until the Queer Eye guys came around, and
But there's something about them that feels like I would tell them all my deepest, darkest secrets. I've been saying it for a long time. I want to be queer-eyed.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't
Apply
think
for it.
I don't think I can apply
Why not?
myself because it's more like.
Oh, does it always like to apply for somebody else seems
No, I think that's what
weird.
they do. It's like it would be. But
I understand what you're saying because it's like you're
so I
supposed
have to
say,
like write them a letter,
like,
dear
Sabrina's not
queer.
doing well. She wears the same outfit all the time, and
Come Queer Eye our friend Sabrina.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we will be the subject of next season.
I can't take the guy with the beard. He's way too much for me. He's
Jonathan
just,
Van Ness?
Oh my
Why
God.
is he too much for you?
He's with all due respect,
He's the opposite of Sean, Sabrina. You got to
so much, right? He's just so much, and when he at one point, because I saw a scene where they were going into the frat house thing, I was like, they're kind of bullying these guys when they were talking about the toilet, and they were like, oh my God, and they were really going at them. The show is, with all due respect, it's too gay for me. There's too much gay on the show. And it just doesn't go with what I'm looking for.
I think when you say
for ladies,
I think when you say it's too gay for you, I would almost offer that you mean the definition of gay that means happy. It's too happy for you.
It's a combo. Just a lot.
They're not like making out with each other.
It's not made for me.
S&Ds.
It's made for. I think it's made for women. I think it's mostly made for like younger women because there's so much like emotional stuff in it, and I'm like, all right, well,
Okay.
cut through your season. Oh, come on. Programming is made for audiences.
No,
right?
I understand
Right?
that, but emotions, men have those too.
Of course they do, but men,
Not Sean.
they're not targeting men like me with a show like this. That's just not what they're doing. They're targeting like a different demographic, and that's fine. But when she turned it on, I was like, oh, this sucks because she loves the show. I'm like, damn it. All right. Well, I'll see you in a week. When this whole thing is done, we can get back together on another show and watch that. We'll see what you got to say with your dispatches in a moment. I see those piling up over at thenewsjunkie.com.
Some of the people in it were pretty interesting. There was the one girl that was in a relationship with her girlfriend for like a long time, and
Yay.
her girlfriend was basically doing the thing that my wife did for the last 6 months to a year before we got married. Just shows me the empty ring finger.
Noticeably empty over.
But it's so cold, such a cold ring finger. And but her big thing was she was a New Orleans Saints super fan.
Right.
The girlfriend was, or the one that was.
The one that was being queer-eyed.
Okay, got it.
For lack of a better-
whatever the verb is, or whatever the word is.
I think it's a great verb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So she was like super fan New Orleans Saints. Like there was like video of her showing up to other sports events where she's one of the fan mascots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when a fan gets their own kind of character arc,
right,
in sporting.
Yeah,
she was
like
one
the
of those.
FSU guys that go like full body glitter every single
And
game.
they become like characters in the audience.
The Orlando Magic had the guy that passed away that would always wear the sweater vests and yell at the refs.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the fat guy that would run around like when you start being the sports person that has their own character that nobody
blank
asked
guy.
for. But yeah, that's kind of what she was.
This Stepovy says, Sean is an emotionless robot. I have plenty of emotions. I do. I know when a show now at my age, I know when a show is not made for me. And not every show has to be made for me. But when a show is not made for me, I'm like, all right, see you later. Enjoy. This is for other people. You guys have fun with this. And that one just ain't for me. There's just like too much in the soup that doesn't work for me.
Alicia was
a robot. I'm not a robot.
Alicia was talking about on YouTube about something that I always forget about because I never watched the original Queer Eye, but I watch a whole buttload of Chopped.
Yeah.
And Ted Allen, the host of Chopped, was on the original Queer Eye.
Right.
I like there would be times where you'd be watching Chopped, and Chopped is also another show that they love a sob story. They love to be able to like get into the emotions of somebody while they're talking about their food. And there was somebody talking about coming out. And Ted Allen was like, "Oh yeah, I can sort of feel for you on that."
Right.
And I came out, blah blah blah, and I was like, "Ted Allen's gay?" And Ashley's like, "Yeah, you idiot. He was one of the original Queer Eye guys.
He's like a lead gay."
I was like, "I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was king gay.
He's high up in rank.
I
Yeah,
know.
This guy, he knows what he's doing." Real quick, before we get to these dispatches. Now, we've talked about this before on the show. And at first I was hesitant. I was thinking that this was a bad idea. And it seems kind of like the big giant company is going after a much smaller company in what they're doing. But Taco Bell has just announced they're waging war for Taco Tuesday.
Yes, I saw that.
The phrase.
And I think it's about time.
This is something that...
I thought they dropped it.
Well, I think that there's been some contention because for a while, just everybody was using, hey, it's Taco Tuesday here. But one place owns this. It's a chain called Taco John's.
It's a chain that I've never seen.
I've never seen one. I think it's West Coast mostly.
Okay.
I think it's mostly like California, West Coast. They said, hold on. They're in 22 states, 380 restaurants, primarily in the Midwest and mountain regions. But I've never seen a Taco John's in person. But they are the ones who have the trademark for Taco Tuesday, and Taco Bell's trying to like liberate it from them.
It's mine.
To give it to everybody else so they can share in on this.
Oh, so Taco Bell's fight is so that anyone can use it. I thought they were gonna take it for themselves.
Like capture the flag on
They just want to cancel it. They want to like cancel the trademark. It says, as ridiculous as it is, Taco John's, a Wyoming-based taco chain, has owned the trademark since 1989 in 49 states, excluding New Jersey. In the state of New Jersey, it's owned by a small business called Gregory's, and the brand is pretty litigious about it, too. Taco John's lawyers have sent cease and desist letters to restaurants and even media outlets for using the term.
Sean,
what?
They're called ceases and desists.
Ceases and desists were sent out by those attorneys for using the term, which is pretty petty. Like, especially if there's some mom and pop taco shop and they got a little chalkboard sign outside and it says, hey, it's Taco Tuesday. And you're like, the long arm of the law is going to come down on you.
Shut it down.
We're going to sue you for using this. And they don't want this anymore. So their petition calls for the cancellation of both Taco John's and Gregory's trademark. Even just the guy in New Jersey. He's just a little dude and he's all by himself out there. And Taco Bell's like, we will crush you. We will liberate Taco Tuesday. C-Lane says it's about time. You think this should be canceled?
Yeah, I mean, it's such
generic?
a generic thing to have sat on, and I feel like they are more known for being litigious about their ownership of Taco Tuesday than does anybody know if Taco John's tacos are any good?
I have no idea.
Do they have a special deal on Tuesdays? They would almost have to.
Yeah, if they weren't using it, that would be really ridiculous.
All the bars that were using it in the past, though, were they just like risking it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or if you had a commercial and you were like, come by for Taco Tuesday on the air, like they could go after you for
sucks.
that.
Like any of the
like the
bars.
Super Bowl.
Well, so for the bars, you would have to, I mean, you would either be risking it because you think you're too small for Taco John's to find you, or you just think there's no way Taco Tuesday is copyrighted. It's a food item and a day.
Yeah.
So the use of that together, I wouldn't be surprised if Tijuana Flats changing from Taco Tuesdays
with a Z,
D-A-Z-E, to Tijuana Tuesdays had something to do with this. I mean, along with a whole bunch of other taco places, I think they mostly go after taco places.
Right. This is on point, I think, from Dan on YouTube. If Taco Bell had come up with it, they'd have lawyers fighting to protect it as theirs, but they didn't, so they're fighting to steal it. Now, in their defense, they don't look like they're stealing it or trying to steal it, but they do have a vested interest in this. It would free up the ability for them to use Taco Tuesday in marketing campaigns, and you could bet your ass if they liberated Taco Tuesday, they would do exactly that.
It would free up the ability for everybody to do it.
And what about this then? What if we said, hey, you know what? Run for the border and think outside the box. These are very generic terms. No one should have the trademark for those things. We need to liberate those so everybody can utilize that, and you can't go after.
So you're
them
against
to them.
this?
I think it's you can't look at this as if Taco Bell is just trying to do good. I think that they have other motives at play here that are going to help them out. And in the middle of it, the other people get squished by the giant company of Taco Bell, which is they're probably owned. I think they're owned by like Yum Yum Foods. I don't know if that's still a thing. Big company though that owns
Same
all
people
those.
that make the sauce.
Right. They just delivered that to Kobe and make tacos at Taco Bell. The company is going after the bigger company of Taco John's, 300-something locations, and then just one dude in New Jersey to cancel this. I want to know if you think that they should get rid of it, or if you think that Taco Bell is just kind of being greedy here and trying to rally everybody together like they're doing something good. Send me a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Yum Brands.
Yum Brands. And what do they own? Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. I don't know.
They have a whole bunch of stuff. They own the brands KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and the Habit Burger Grill.
Yeah, that's what I used to be.
Wasn't there a Habit Burger around the corner from here? That place was good.
I've seen one before, but we used to be able to pull through the drive-through a couple places in West Palm where we were driving around. You pull through the drive-through, and you could order from Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, or KFC at one place because the giant company owns all those damn things. All right, let's see here. Let's go to you. Let's see what you got going on in your world. Insecure Walrus says Taco John's is great. Let's listen in.
So Taco John's is like my favorite fast food taco place.
Really?
When I was a kid growing up in Paducah, Kentucky, we had 3 or 4 Taco John's in town, and one of them had a play place, and it took tokens just like a Showbiz or a Chuck E. Cheese. They had a mini golf putt-putt place.
At a taco
But not
place?
everyone has that. That was just the ones there. But my favorite thing about Taco John's is every year at Christmas time, they have Nachos Navidad, which is red and green tortilla chips in a nacho dish.
Mm-hmm.
And eons ago, they hired Jose Feliciano, who is famous for singing I Want to Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Oh, I know him.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. And they got him to sing Nachos Navidad. Nachos Navidad. And then he ends it with, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart and from Taco John. It's amazing. It's the greatest thing about Christmas. I love to see it. Or at
Thank
least hear
you.
it.
Appreciate you, Insecure Walrus. Let's go over to Mindwave talking about the same thing.
Sean, Taco John's. There is, or was, I haven't been there in a couple of years, one right in Lady Lake, just off 441. Actually, it's about 1.5 miles or 2 miles off 441.
I didn't know this.
It is outstanding. It took me a long time to figure out why it was so much better than most of the rest of the fast food taco joints. The meat is hot when you get your tacos. And I don't mean spicy. I mean it's got
actually warm.
Heat, hot temperature. Think about it next time you go to any taco fast food joint. Bite into it. Is the meat warm?
It's all the same to me.
The answer is no.
It's all the same to me, except for one place that I just detested as a kid. And almost always, if we went somewhere, we would go to Taco Bell. My mom loved the beef Mexi melts that they had there. Not many
Those are
people
good.
did.
Oh, I like the beef Mexi melt.
Do they still have them?
I think so.
Those are like so
that used to be one of the cheapest things on the menu, man. Beef Mexi melt used to cost like 30 cents.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. It was like they were like you get one free with a taco. You know, that's how they treated the beef Mexi melt almost. And when we would always go to Taco Bell. But one time I was with a friend, and they're like, we go to Taco Viva.
Oh, really?
And I was
You didn't like Taco Viva?
I was like, all right, let's try Taco Viva. And I got the same thing I get at Taco Bell. I got like a bean burrito, and it was stuffed full of lettuce. And I was like, what is this monstrosity? I hated that place.
Yeah, they had Taco Vivas at the mall.
That's where they mostly were.
Yeah,
I think.
it was mostly a mall thing, so, sort of like Chick-fil-A before they branched out into standalones.
Right.
But that was a mall staple. My mom loved Taco Viva. I would go to Sbarro. Taco Viva was right to the left of it, and they had, I think the enchiladas were like her jam. That was the thing.
Yeah, this is another place that will benefit, I guess, if they're still around from Taco Tuesday being freed up.
I had a feeling you were going to say Taco Viva because I was like, that's a name I haven't heard in a good long time.
I don't even know how they're doing out there, but I don't
know that they're still around.
They stuff too much stuff and everything. I need to simplify.
Taco no Viva.
I need it very, very simple. Okay, when we come back, we'll hear from you with those dispatches. Plus, a man has been banned from doing something that I didn't know you could be banned from doing, but that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends, this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your hot and steamy Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs will be soaring to the low 90s today across the entire viewing area. We're talking our inland counties all the way to the East Coast, but mainly after 2 o'clock today, we could be seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms at about 40% coverage, and rain chances do continue to rise. Tomorrow is a Fox 35 storm alert day, so do remember to stay weather aware.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
I've been buying wholesale cars for 27 years, and every year, the way I know the market has peaked is my Bradford pear tree blooms. This morning I looked, and it is bloomed. The market is peaking. If you want to sell your car, this is the highest time of the year to do it right now. Just beat a guy today. A CarMax offer $3,000. They offered him $75 on his Corvette. I gave him $78. Why? Because the tree told me to. GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are at the very heart of our mission. That's why this Military Appreciation Month, we thought you might want to hear a special thank you message from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother Will, who's currently serving as a major in the Army. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
Hi, I'm wishing my pops, retired Colonel Stephen Sheehan of the United States Marine Corps, a happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Commitment connects us. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. See store for details.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
"Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis."
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Eating good is about more than just tasty food. Eating good is about doing good, too. And that's exactly what Fresh from Florida is all about. Supporting local Florida farmers, creating jobs in our communities, and of course, making sure you can enjoy all the fresh flavors Florida has to offer. Because produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. So eat good tonight. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password, for you to become a victim. LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wass's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is wild. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. And just so you know, I can't show this on the video stream. Okay? I'm not able to show this on the video stream. But I guess it was a wild night down in Sabrina's backyard of Miami.
Party in the city where the heat is on.
I know we both follow an Instagram account where I saw this. So you may have seen this. You may not have. If you haven't, you should watch it for
right now?
various reasons.
Lots of curse words?
They can't even post it on Instagram, so they had to post it on the Only in Dade Twitter account. And there was some dude, and I want to play a little game here. What drug was this guy on? Because this guy, he was at the gym, right? And he's like pumping iron, he's doing his gym stuff. He's not a very big guy, but he's working in the gym. And then all of a sudden, he's completely naked.
Okay.
He's totally
You don't
nude.
do that at the gym?
He's totally nude at the gym.
It's been a while.
By the way, hilarious because he has like a micro penis and it's fully on display in this video.
What drug is he on?
I mean, I'm telling you, I'm curious. What drug makes you in the middle of the gym? You're like, I'm getting
that pre-workout
full
stuff, I bet.
And then he's going around to people and he's like, yeah, and he's like, and the people start beating his ass. A couple
Why?
of guys grab him and start punching him because he's naked and going crazy in the gym. And then he goes outside of the gym and there's somebody on a bench and he's messing with them. And I swear to God, I think somebody comes up behind him and like in the movie, hits him with an acoustic guitar and hits him over the back. And this guy's running around in the middle of a big city, Miami, I think is where it was, from the Only in Dade account. And he's fully naked, like not even a sock on, as far as I can recall.
All right.
He's just
put my volume down real quick.
Yeah, but again,
the gym is very, very full right now.
yeah, there's a bunch of people in this gym. You see him for like a split second, and then you see him totally naked.
I mean, you could show it. At least his butt.
You could show moments.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
But the moment where it shows his full front.
But he's also like, it looks like he has
moving.
had some sort of MMA train. Oh my God, his penis is so tight.
He's got a little button poking out there, and he's dancing in the gym, and he's totally naked. I go, what drug makes you do this? You think it's ecstasy?
I don't know. Ecstasy, you don't typically want to fight people.
No. You wouldn't get aggressive like that. It might make you want to get naked.
At the end of it, some guy just comes from behind and hits him with what looks to be a suitcase of some sort.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I thought was a guitar. I didn't know what that was.
That.
Maybe
who has
just
a guitar
suitcase.
at the gym?
No, it's outside.
There are so many people, and now he's running. Now he's running down the road. Full sprint, naked.
He's completely nude and just letting it hang out, but not very much.
I don't understand maybe it's just the gym lifestyle that you see a man who's clearly having a mental breakdown and then just decide we're all going to kick his ass.
Well, I guess he went over and he was like being aggressive with people. It's almost like the subway incident with less of a death at the end. And the people started
a lot more peen, though.
Kicking his ass. They started punching him and they started hitting him. And then he escaped them because he's like smarmy, you know. He's like
so funny.
He's like a greased pig. He's moving around and ducking out. And when he has that moment where he's completely exposed in his front, and he's like kind of dancing. And
it does look like a guitar.
It's on the Only in Dade Twitter account, so we're not just talking about something, and you can enjoy it if you want to. Amy says, no one killed the naked gym guy. No, he managed to live as far as I could see. And somebody says, Dan on YouTube, he looks like he's trying to pull a disabled man out of his wheelchair, and that's when the guy comes up behind him and clocks him with a guitar. I don't know what it is. He's young, and he seems like he's got like a big smile on his face. It doesn't seem, some people are saying schizophrenic and not taking his meds. It doesn't strike me as that. It strikes me more as drugs, but I don't even know what drugs make you take off all your clothes and run around a downtown area.
Might be a mix of both. Some people can't take all the drugs because of how the chemicals will be even more unbalanced.
Well, a lot of times when people get naked on drugs, they get naked because their core temperature is, they're hot. They're really, really heated up. But he's like dancing. He's like moving around and like darting back and forth. It is really, really something else.
I think what's funny is after he gets hit with the alleged guitar, he just stops messing with the guy in the wheelchair and then turns around and walks across the street.
Yeah, it's just a little stroll.
And then now he's messing with somebody else.
Go check that out if you want to see that visual on the Only in Dade Twitter account. It is something. And now, if let's say he was just really off on some drugs, imagine waking up and you're like, oh God, I don't remember what happened last night.
Where are my clothes?
What went down, guys? And they're like, oh boy.
Well, you're gonna have to work out from home now.
Yeah, you're. One thing is you're not at the gym anymore. You're no longer a member.
And the entire United States, maybe even international, knows what your penis looks like.
Yes, we have a video to show you, and it's not great. So sit back and take it all in. Or what you can take in from that particular video. There's a man in England, and he has been banned from something that I didn't know you could get banned from. But I can only imagine what it was like to be around this guy. This man has now officially been banned from making sexual comments in public to any woman. A 5-year...
Gross, man. That means it was bad. But it was bad if you get banned.
Imagine what this guy was doing. If they're like, sir, we're going to ban you from saying sexual things. That. They said he was a nuisance and intimidating to young women that he would come in contact with. He's now prevented from following or acting in a way that would cause a female harassment, alarm, or distress, including making any unsolicited, explicit sexual comments, suggestions, or requests to any female in a public place in England. And he's banned from a couple of places as well, like locations. He also must immediately cease all contact and or communication with any female in England who has declined his offer to go out or meet up with him, which is insane. So if anybody ever broke up with this guy or said, I'm not going to go on a date with you, if he ever approaches them again, he's going to jail as a result of that. This guy was probably going crazy out there in public. This is somebody who's definitely a little bit disturbed. But now they can arrest him if he goes up to anybody and starts doing that again.
Yeah, but just he's still going to do it. I doubt he'll get, unless that woman that he harasses next, and it's not if, it's when, that they know that he has now been banned by it.
Yeah.
If not, it's like any old day on the street.
I mean, I can't believe that you can do that. And then it can be like, what they have is a problem that they need a solution to. The guy's creepy and he's like bothering everybody. They're like, ugh, technically he's not breaking the law. So they go, here's our workaround. We'll make it so this guy has a ban on doing this. And then if he violates the ban, boom, he's going to jail. And they'll clear him off the streets after they do that. All right, well, before we go to your dispatches, I want to try to work at least one or two in. The folks on Capitol Hill, the elected officials in this country, they're all trying to oust other elected officials out of office, and they're for very different reasons.
As one does.
A lot of the Democrats right now are currently in the midst of trying to oust Dianne Feinstein, who appears to not know where Dianne Feinstein is at any given moment. She stopped appearing on Capitol Hill a couple of weeks ago because, and this is
Did they put an Apple tag on her or anything?
They said that she stopped because she had a case of shingles, which
those are a bitch.
Yeah, my mom used to get shingles, and it really is bad. But then from there, there's people saying like she's not with it, and she talked to some reporter, and the stuff she was saying was like incoherent to this reporter. And then the Democrats are basically like, she can't properly represent anybody. We need her to step down so we can appoint somebody else. And then the Republicans, meanwhile, they're trying to get the John Fetterman guy bounced out still because he's having a real hard time forming a coherent sentence. And then yesterday, there was a Senate hearing that John Fetterman was involved in. And it's like his line of questioning just really meandered and did not seem like he was really in control of what was going on. Here he is. Oh, hang on.
Is it a staggering responsibility that the head of a bank could literally crash our economy? It's astonishing. That's like if you have, and they also realize is that now they have a guaranteed way to be saved by how.
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
It's isn't it appropriate that this kind of control should be more stricter?
So he just kind of keeps meandering around with his words, and they're saying he needs to be out of office. He can't properly represent his constituents. Everybody's trying to bounce everybody out today, and people are losing it, as per usual, which makes for some interesting things to watch.
Makes our job easy.
It does. It provides content, and you know what they say about content.
It's just so dead already.
He's content. Still around. No, it's the perfect Cookie Monster. I mean, it's just like right on the nose. Let's try to work in one real quick, and let's see here. Here is Ryan is a jerk talking about the Taco Tuesday lawsuit.
Ryan is a jerk reporting in from Lady Lake. The Taco John's was in Tavares. And it's currently no more. It's permanently closed.
Oh, they shut it down?
Heard it's a Dunkin' now.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a RIP to that location, unfortunately.
And somebody said, it's a Dunkin' now, which is a damn shame. They had the best tots. And I was like, I don't always think of a taco place as a place to go for tots.
Yeah, it's a strange mix, but maybe it works. One more. Here is, let's see, Jay Ryan with a dispatch.
I think all those makeover shows have the same formula. They bring a story to the table, they make you laugh, they make you cry. It always hits me as a sensitive gay man. I'm pretty much their core demographic, and so I get it. But I can also see how these shows can be a little bit much, especially, Jonathan can come in a little hot sometimes. He comes in at 15, and if you're not ready for it, it can be a little bit much. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. And Sabrina, if you haven't already promised someone 3 weeks out that you pick them today, pick me for Fritz on the Street.
Nice move. He worked it in. That is coming up later on.
Might be on the short list there.
Who
is it? Sensitive gay man?
That was Jay Ryan. Who
sensitive gay man it is.
I thought it was going to be Ryan is a jerk. We went from Ryan is a jerk to Jay Ryan. It was very confusing.
There was a Ryan transition there that happened. Okay, quick break. When we come back, there is somebody saying that a person who has been out there doing interviews about a really, really big incident has no idea what they're talking about. And this one is full of twists and turns. That plus you coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's back. The 2023 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, May 16th through the 29th in Lock Haven Park. Learn how to fringe now at orlandofringe.org.
2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at Pine Hills Road, exit 6. There's slowdowns due to an accident off to the right shoulder on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound north of US 27 and before CR 33. The left shoulder is blocked due to an accident on I-4 westbound at State Road 417 the Greenway. There's delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
It's Jeep 4x4 season. Make your next adventure epic and hurry in now for great deals. Now well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $369 a month for 24 months with $2,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution at lease through Ally Financial. Current lease must end by 6/3/24. Extra charge for miles over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31/23. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Has crossed, stuck in, Tara! Oh, what a goal!
Orlando City returns home this week, taking on New York City Football Club on Wednesday, May 17th at 7:30 p.m., presented by Dex Imaging. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Dex Imaging, the world's biggest business solutions provider of copiers and printers. Dex Imaging helps businesses do business better. Check us out online at deximaging.com.
Our mission at Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, is to fight to get you more. So far, we've recovered more than $15 billion in compensation for our clients. Injured? You deserve more. More lawyers, more offices, and more support staff nationwide than any other injury law firm. Contact Morgan & Morgan today. Just dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Stop by your neighborhood Petco to save on all your pet's health and wellness needs. Petco has your pet's favorite food brands like Blue Buffalo, IAM's Wholehearted, Royal Canin, and Purina Pro Plan. And when your pet needs to see a vet, Petco Vet Services can take care of your pet's needs, such as vaccinations and flea, tick, and heartworm prevention and more. Don't forget your pet always wants to look their best, so make a grooming appointment while you're there. You'll get every 8th groom free when you unlock the grooming perk in our app. Visit your nearest Petco or go to petco.com to start saving on all your pet's needs.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, ProstaStream, Prostagenics, and others. Want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer, and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no punches. So go to prostatesecrets.com, prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit floridashistoriccoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
New technology update. What could possibly go wrong with this? And Celine, you once in a while will get like the beta for Apple stuff, like the Apple software beta.
Yeah, I'll get the new iOS before it comes out because I usually do it to my detriment because I'll see the new features that I want to try out, and all right, I'm going to get the beta. And they're like, those features they're not going to be ready for 6 months.
Oh, so they don't have all this stuff all the time available for people to test.
They often announce features and release the software without the features ready yet. It was the same thing with when I bought this iPad because it was going to have that feature where I could just use one mouse and go from screen to screen.
Right.
That was like a year after all that stuff was released.
Well, this is one of these things where I go, well, what could possibly go wrong here? Nothing could possibly go wrong with this new ability on your iPhone. And there's some cool things that it does. I don't understand some of the other ways that people will use this. But one thing is for sure, there's so much going on in the technology space that is pushing people away from actually using their phones to call another human being. Yeah. It's not headed in that direction. And a lot of people who don't have family outside of the United States don't know this. But one big change, one big shift in the way a lot of people have started communicating with each other is not an actual live phone call, but a lot of people talk to people outside the country with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a very, very popular app to communicate with people in other countries. And generally, you could text back and forth, but a lot of the users record short messages, and then you play the message they record, and you record your own message, and you sort of do like a dispatch back and forth kind of in the app. And
wasn't there another app that did that, Marco Polo or something?
Yeah, I use Marco Polo all the time. I love it. It's not really voice memo style, but it is so convenient when you're just trying to get it back and forth without getting on the phone.
Right. It's like the in-between between talking to somebody live on the phone and texting out whatever your message is because maybe it's too long to text, and you could do it that way. Well, Apple is about to launch this, all right? It's going to be called Personal Voice, and it's one of several accessibility features that they just unveiled yesterday. The way they foresee people using it is kind of cool. Like I said, it's for people with like ALS, and they may lose their ability to speak at some time. So Apple promises that if you spend 15 minutes reading text prompts into your iPhone, your digital voice is now ready to go. And then if you send anybody
interesting.
A text message and they want to hear it back, it'll play it in your voice. And I don't know if it's going to launch with this, but they were even talking about making this so when you're using CarPlay, right? If you're in your car and you got your iPhone plugged in, it'll read you the text messages, right? The text messages that somebody sent. They're talking about utilizing this feature to read it back in the person's voice that you've texted. So again, you're just like dispatching back and forth with people, and it's creating an AI version of your voice, which could be used for bad things. You know? Like, hey, I'm in deep trouble. Can you send me $1,000 on Venmo right now? Or it could be used for good things, like the person who's going to lose their voice, they get a what was his name? The physicist guy who used the audio to speak for him. Yeah. Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking had the ability to speak through another voice, and then at some point somebody made his voice available to him. But this is going to be like that in really, really high quality. I think this dude is talking about it here. Let's see what he says. Hold on. This is from 9 to 5 Mac.
And in this same light, Apple's introducing something called personal voice, which I think is going to be the coolest one.
All right.
And again, this goes back to all that AI talk. And the first thing I thought about was when people were making music, like that Drake song and the Weeknd song that came out that wasn't their song, and it was being created with AI.
Okay.
So this is exactly what that is. So Apple is creating a new interface where with just 15 minutes of speech, you're able to teach kind of the iPhone what your personal voice kind of sounds like.
So it has like 150 phrases. The example is grabbing a cup of coffee this afternoon sounds great. And you just record each of these. And at the end of it, now it has a perfect AI of your voice living in your
and
iPhone.
After those 15 minutes of it, learning how you speak, learning your inflections, learning the words that you use, then it can actually use machine learning. You know, it's not going to say AI, but it's going to use machine learning to then be able to use that 15 minutes of speech to be able to kind of use your voice whenever you want to type something out. So same with the live speech, you're able to type something out, but it's your voice responding to it, even though you won't be able to speak. And this
That's pretty wild that they're going to be able to do this.
What's the catch?
The catch is really nothing other than...
Then they can use our voice for anything.
Exactly. The danger of somebody using your voice to impersonate you, which we just see everywhere with all the AI stuff. But that's coming very soon for people who are iPhone users. So there you go. There's your heads up. Before we hear from you and your dispatches, there's a weird story. It reminds me of the story locally when they had some woman who was pretending to be like a sister or a cousin of Tyrese Simpson or Samson, who died on the ride.
Oh, yeah. And it was like everyone was interviewing her. She was part of like the press conference.
Yeah, she's talking to the media. She's saying, oh, this is inside information I have. And turns out she had nothing to do with it.
And it was only, I think, they didn't catch on. They would have done it a lot sooner if his entire family wasn't from another state.
Yeah.
So they start seeing the local news and they're like, this woman, we've never met her in our entire lives.
Right, and you go, why would somebody pretend that? Maybe for attention, or maybe, who knows?
Didn't she start one of the GoFundMes?
I don't remember if she was behind that or not, but like she was really putting herself out there like she was a family member in this tragedy, and she definitely wasn't. And now there's cops in Texas, in Allen, Texas, where that mall shooting went down, and they're saying this former U.S. Army officer who's given all sorts of interviews. He said he witnessed the carnage of the Texas Mall massacre. He says he helped victims out, dragged them to safety and all this. And they're saying this guy is full of it. He is full of it. At the very least, he's embellishing the hell out of his story. They said there were several discrepancies in his account. This guy's named Steven Spainhauer. And they said he was not a credible incident witness. They said he had said he performed CPR, provided first aid to a bunch of the victims. He said he moved a dead mother and shielded her surviving child. He said he saw the horrific aftermath, including a girl with no face.
It's like a weird stolen valor.
Yeah. Why would you
tragedy
make this
valor.
up?
Stolen tragedy
You're
valor.
just so desperate for attention. You go, yeah, here's what I did.
There was that one actor, right, from The League that also lied about being...
He lied about
there for
being in 9/11.
Yeah.
In one of the Twin Towers.
Yeah, Rasenberg, whatever that was. Yeah, it's a tough last name, but yeah, he did that too. But his situation, I understood. I got it. I understood where he was coming from, even though he shouldn't have done it. He basically was saying, look, there's something about being famous that not a lot of people know. When you have to do interviews all the time, you have to be interesting. And so he started the story.
You didn't think anyone was going to follow up on that, my dude?
He started the story, and he slowly maneuvered the story into like the most dramatic version of it that was just not true at all. But in this case, it's like, why is this guy pretending he's saving people after a massacre? That's some warped stuff, man. to have a brain that goes, ooh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this opportunity right now. And maybe, could it be like, I wouldn't take this out of the equation here. I would not write this off as just fiction. Could it be that he's seen so many of these stories where afterwards there's a GoFundMe and people make tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he goes, I'll be the hero in this one, and I'll just bump up what happened and pretend like I did more than I did.
I mean,
make some
that
money.
could be it, or it's just the sole idea of attention and being looked at as a hero.
That's really
I would not be
strange.
surprised if he has lied about stuff in his past. It's just this is the one that went viral.
Yeah, this got a lot of attention on him, and not good attention this time. All right, let's go over to a couple of dispatches real quick. Hope everybody's doing real well on this Wednesday. We got Fritz on the street coming up before too long. Here is Guitar Slinger chiming in.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. I just thought of something really hilarious. So let's say you take this Apple AI voice thing and you talk to it for 15 minutes, but you talk to it in an entirely another voice like this, yeah? Oh, you're talking a voice like this, eh? And you answer all the questions in some bizarre, messed up foreign accent.
Yeah.
And then that's how it reads everything back. I think it'd be hilarious.
I mean, it wouldn't be too different.
At the end.
Crazy.
Huh?
What happened at the end there?
Just dropped the phone.
He just got wiped out of existence.
It wouldn't be too different than the way I react when I hear that somebody has a different Siri.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you have an Australian Siri.
And the Indian male.
You
for
know
mine,
an
and I
Indian
love
male
him.
Siri?
Yeah, and he's the great.
I think
I can't
Courtney
talk.
He's the great.
I think Courtney has the Australian guy, and she likes that Australian voice a little too much for my taste. So I don't have a huge problem with it yet, but it's building. She's got a unhealthy communication level with this fake voice. She really likes that accent. So any Australians, if you see me out in public and I'm with her, just keep your distance if you don't mind. Here is Kill a Seahorse with the dispatch.
The damn president can't even make a clear sentence. We're gonna boot him out.
No, but people want to.
We are in trouble, man.
Have you not paid attention to the past 8 or so years?
Yeah, it's been a thing where everybody goes, who do I not like? Who can I take aim at? And then I want to get them out of here. I want to get them out of office. And we'll continue to see that probably for quite some time. We could do one more. Here's the drunken mailman talking about my upcoming birthday.
Hey, guys. Happy Wednesday, Fritz on the Street Day.
Hey!
Sean, I know your birthday's coming up and you're a little depressed about getting older. Dude, my birthday's on Sunday and I'm turning 50.
Happy birthday.
50. And you know how depressing that is? 2/3 of my life is over. I mean, I know I'm not going to make it to 75.
Okay. You're really bringing me down here,
Death is
bud.
on the door. Step. But,
all right.
C-Lane, pick me for Fritz on the street.
After all
I mean,
that?
that would help pick me up a little bit. Maybe I won't slit my wrist. Wiggle, wiggle.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah,
Buddy,
okay.
I mean,
I've picked somebody. You can't put that on me.
That
Come
was a
on, man.
lot.
Yeah.
That was a
Christ.
lot.
Some dark dispatches. Just Wednesday, everybody. Relax a little bit. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get geared up. We got the next episode coming up in a little bit. And an update on that OnlyFans model, the murder mystery thing. We haven't heard anything about that in a while, but there's new information coming out, and they say this changes everything. But does it? We'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Two right lanes are blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at Pine Hills Road, exit 6. There's slowdowns due to an accident off to the right shoulder on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound north of US 27 and before CR 33. The left shoulder is blocked due to an accident on I-4 westbound at State Road 417 the Greenway. There's delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James.
This report is sponsored by Marco's Pizza. Cravings are satisfied and pizza prayers are answered with Marco's new Magnifico pizzas, loaded with Old World sausage and pepperoni. Try all 3 Magnifico pizzas at marcos.com. Available for a limited time. Marco's, pizza lovers get it.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because it made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Because I hate to break it to you, but the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating that you never want to do it again, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, and you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. You want to see the difference? Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydawn.com. Click apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plus, the website is chock full of information for you, and any question that you have direct access to the expert himself. Try it out today. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
I told you the car market is heating up. I told you I was paying more. What are you waiting for? GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. We do what we say we're going to do. When we say we're going to do it, it's that simple. 45-second auto bid online. Bada bing, bada boom. That's GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm back. And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home. You have heard of fresh from Florida, right?
Fresh I have.
That's refreshing to hear.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
And if we're going to freshen up daily meals, it's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Got anything else?
Oh, I'm fresh out.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
The new lifetime warranty at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Shop our huge selection of new Nissan inventory and get the best warranty with unlimited miles for an unlimited time. You have peace of mind for life. The lifetime warranty now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com.
Life is great when you get a VA home loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Like having expert guidance through the home buying process kind of great. With other lenders, life is okay. Like figuring it out for yourself okay.
What do ARM, DTI, and PMI mean?
I don't know. Too many acronyms.
Luckily, when you're a member, life is better. Like getting expert guidance from a top VA home loan lender kind of better. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your spark is all you need. And let's be real, you don't have time for smoke and mirrors anyway. So ditch all the pretentiousness and the lighter it rode in on with Blue. Blue e-cigs are available in a variety of satisfying flavors and nicotine strengths. Even better, it's odorless. When you're living unlit, you're comfortable being your true you. And no one will mistake ashtray for your signature scent. Blue. Get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fontum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fontum US LLC.
Hello, Floridians. Today's a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, right now, by booking your $159 AC rejuvenation at CoolToday.com.
Call today, cool today, CoolToday.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Appreciate you. Appreciate our friends over in Dallas, and also our friends at West Palm Beach, and our friends on the Treasure Coast. And one thing I saw yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Mo posted something on Instagram and Facebook.
I did see this.
And Mo's like, it's not often I get somebody stopping by to meet me.
It gave me a specific vibe. And let me, before I say what it is, did it give you vibes of anybody else we know about social media, on social media?
I don't know.
I don't know if I saw this post. What was it on?
We might be talking about different posts.
No, it's the Mo with the dad and his son.
Yes, yeah. The father and son that came up from South Florida, and then they while they were in town, they were like, we want to meet Mo. And Mo,
great.
Mo lit him up with like all the Mo merch, which Mo, if you want to get a bunch of people who are just dropping by your office, that's how you do it, bud. You give them a bunch of free Mo merch and they're like, now when we go on vacation, one of our stops is Mo's office.
Speaking of, that travel bag is lit.
It's nice.
Oh, it's very nice.
It was with Gene and Jacob, and it said like, not every day I get to meet fans that took a picture with me. I got Frankie McDonald vibes.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, it was cool to see that yesterday. We love our friends down there. Before we get to the update in the OnlyFans situation, things just got super weird over on MSNBC. I didn't watch this live, obviously, because it was this morning. We were getting ready for the show. But I see this clip that's now spreading around, and I go, holy cow. There's a lot of people, this is no surprise to anybody, but there's a lot of people who don't like Elon Musk.
What?
Elon Musk, he did another interview yesterday. And
did he make really terrible jokes?
The thing that he said that I thought was stupid, because people do a lot of stuff with Elon Musk. Like, if you're going, Elon Musk is a moron, he hasn't, like, you sound like a dumbass. If you say, obviously Elon Musk is a very smart guy, but he does say some stupid stuff sometimes. And
wasn't there a Family Guy joke that just
went after him for that?
No.
Oh yeah, he dropped a Family Guy joke or a TED joke from
but it wasn't a joke. It was like, isn't there? Have you seen the movie with the talking bear?
Yeah, it was like a line from a movie. It was not great. So in this case, the thing that he said, where I was like, oh, cringe. He was kind of going after this conspiracy theory that the guy who shot up the mall in Texas, that the manifesto and the photos of him and all that stuff, it was some psyop. It wasn't real and yada, yada, yada. That's obviously nonsense, because the authorities in Texas confirmed that the tattoos matched the photos that were on this website. I get why some people might be drawn into that, but it just doesn't appear to be true at all. But after this, the people on MSNBC were coming after Elon Musk pretty hard. And when I heard this one, I was like, oh my God, okay. All right, that's one way to criticize him. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing we should note about this is that a big talking point on the right now is, look, Twitter just got rid of 90% of its staff and it operates just the same. And by the way, no, it does not. Right. You are searching for the word cat, and you get a cat literally inside of a blender being blended to death. Don't want to talk about that on TV, but that is what's going on.
You just did, Ben Collins. My gosh.
Oh, we don't want to.
This guy's got such a hard-on for Elon Musk. His whole Twitter feed is all Elon Musk stuff. And what he's talking about is something I've seen a bunch of people complaining about. And I want to go by this quickly because it's horrific. But there's an account called Hidden Replies Monitor. And I don't know if you guys spend enough time on Twitter for this, but if you go into like a chain of somebody's tweet and all the comments below it, at some point it'll be like hidden replies. And if you want to hit that, these are things that are probably going to be offensive or that you want to stay away from, that they're flagging that they don't want to show you. And so they're saying, oh, if you go and hit that, there's people that are spam posting all of this gore footage,
God.
including what he mentioned, cat blender. Okay, vile.
You don't want to talk about it on the radio.
No, you don't want to talk about that on the radio or the television or anywhere else.
Isn't the cat blender the ice pick killer?
It might be. I don't know. That guy did do bad stuff.
I thought that was a Joe cartoon video.
No,
honestly,
this is
Let's
apparently
play,
real.
but I don't see it now.
So it was talking about this, and then when I saw these people complaining about this, I go, "Hey, there's a real easy solution. Don't click the show hidden replies button. Like, if you're finding that there's horrific stuff,
okay, but
it's like stumbling upon this and going, well, the regular comment thread wasn't so bad. All right, hidden replies. Oh my God, look what I've exposed myself to.
Yeah, but that's to think that everyone automatically knows that hidden replies means something gory and graphic. Hidden replies, I click it because I'm like, oh, someone said something controversial.
I don't
Someone
know.
said something
That's
that
what I'm
the
always
original
looking for.
poster didn't agree with or doesn't want to make them look bad. So that's why I'm clicking it. And then I'm seeing a cat milkshake.
I'm trying to see if there's one on the thread about this because I wanted to see what it says. This just says show more replies. You have to go a ways to get to the show hidden replies. But it is pretty much you're putting yourself in a situation. And it's impossible. Like, he's going after the staff reductions at Twitter and trying to blame that for why you're seeing this. For these platforms, it's impossible for them to get everything bad. YouTube is full of this stuff. Every single account where you have user-generated content has issues with this stuff.
But if you're getting this stream of income from your blue check system, then maybe we can add some of that to the no murder of animals and people video budget.
Look, I'm just saying, this happens on all the
They have that
platforms.
department, I swear.
This happens on all the platforms. You want to go after Twitter and blow up Twitter? Talk about the fact, I keep saying this, and nobody really seems to catch on to this. I don't know why. Talk about the fact
It's like
that
nobody listens to you.
I'm over here ranting. Just pay a little bit of attention here. If you hate Elon Musk and you want to go after him like some of these people do, right? All you have to do is say Twitter is the biggest platform for copyright infringement that exists. There's no one bigger than Twitter when it comes to copyright infringement. Almost every single clip or video that you see, if it's not posted by the creator of that content, is all copyright violations. The whole thing. It's a swarm of it. There's full movies. Sabrina talked about somebody posting Mario Brothers not that long ago.
That's right.
This huge issue. But nobody goes after that because they are really dumb at how they go after Elon Musk.
By the way,
he doesn't care.
Good movie.
Super Mario Brothers?
Yes.
Almost watched it last night.
Is it still $30?
I don't know, but
I think probably.
I went
Oh,
and
yeah,
saw
you
it.
went to the theater.
I went and saw it in theaters, so I probably spent more than $30.
It's definitely available on your websites now, right?
I haven't checked it. I went to the theaters.
I'm so out of touch with that stuff. I don't know where to find the illegal stuff anymore.
I'm
Otherwise,
just
I'd
scared
help
I'm
you.
going to, it seems like someone knows better the expertise
Yeah.
of how to avoid a virus.
You've been
and
here
stuff.
10 years.
We have a guy for that, but he just never seems to really show up and deliver.
All I'm saying,
break a couple laws.
I'm
for
going
us,
to the
Eli.
movie theater. I'm sorry.
that it was a good movie. I thought that it did a lot to serve older people who grew up playing Nintendo, and then there was plenty that was for younger people, which is, it was a home run.
Well, Sean, when they come up with the Atari movie, then that'll be
Get
something you
out
can
of here!
relate to.
I grew up with Nintendo. That was my main. Mario Brothers was my first game. I'm not as old as you guys think I am. I think sometimes you're a little bit off. On your
Sabrina didn't
prediction.
think you could afford Nintendo in the acreage.
You can get Nintendo in the acreage, but you can only get one for the whole family to
Yeah.
split.
And there were fights.
And everybody has to have like a time schedule.
There's only so many two-player games.
We were going to watch Mario Brothers last night, and Courtney goes, I got something else I want to watch. And I go,
Queer Eye.
No. She probably would have wanted to watch that, but she goes, I want to watch Freaky. And I go, what's Freaky? And
We're
it's
coming to the bedroom.
It's like a Freaky Friday ripoff where Vince Vaughn is a serial killer.
I've seen it.
Is it any good?
Well, it's kind of weird because Vince Vaughn switches bodies with like a teenage girl, and then there's murder everywhere happening, and I was like, it's not bad actually.
It's like if you mix Freaky Friday with Machete.
Yeah.
It's
over the top gore.
Over the top gore, but funny and good. And we watched it. We watched that forever ago because my wife loves Vince Vaughn.
But it sounded like a bad pitch. It's like, hey, here's what this movie's about. Vince Vaughn switches bodies with a teenage girl and then goes on a murder spree. It's like, oh, but it was pretty good. I can't hate on it. Maybe we'll watch Super Mario Brothers tonight.
It'll be a completely different movie.
The OnlyFans murder mystery. Courtney Clenny is the woman's name. She was a top performer on OnlyFans, and now she faces a second-degree murder charge for killing her boyfriend, on and off boyfriend, Christian Toby Obumseli. This happened during an argument in their condo in April 2022. You remember the videos that people had of her out near her balcony, and she's covered in blood after this goes down. And, she says, like, I'm the victim. And then she fled to Hawaii. And then eventually they caught up with her and arrested her and charged her for this. And so now her attorneys are coming out and saying she was the victim in all of this. And
they're just now saying that?
Yeah. And they're saying like he was attacking her, and that's why she had to fight back in defense and stab him.
They showed all this footage already from the elevator.
And the thing that's going to be hard for them to get around with her, real hard for them to get around, is if you're a man, okay, if you're a guy like me and you're on a jury.
Super tough, muscular.
No, those things unfortunately are not accurate, but
loves Queer Eye.
Let's just say you're a dude and you're on a jury and you see the video footage that shows this Christian Obumseli guy. He's in the elevator with the OnlyFans star Courtney Clenny. She's decking him in the face. She's hitting him in the shoulder. She's pushing him against the wall. She's hitting him repeatedly, over and over and over. She's screaming at him in his face. Not one time did he hit her back. And you just see him walk out of the elevator and into the hallway to go to their apartment. If you're a guy like me and you go, he just sat there, there's only two possibilities. One, he knew the camera was there and he was waiting to hit her until after they were on the camera. Or two, this is a guy who doesn't want to hit a woman. Because if somebody's pummeling you over and over and you have the restraint not to hit them, you're probably not somebody who just openly hits this person in an abusive relationship. I think that's going to be really hard for them to be. I just think the way the men on the jury will see that is going to be different than the women will see it. And maybe it'll be powerful for them as well. But they're saying the whole thing was just self-defense. This was one of those things where it's like everybody kind of has that couple that they know where it's the most poisonous relationship.
And they're still together.
Yeah, and they shouldn't be together, and it's just the worst energy. They were in a really bad relationship like that, but he didn't stab her in the neck. He didn't kill her.
That is correct. Good point, Sean.
She killed him, and now she's trying to fight her way out of it.
Did we ever find out if she continued on like her OnlyFans?
I don't know. We were wondering if she was still posting and like making money off of that. I don't know.
I think people had to have searched her name and her previous content.
And even more, Will, when it comes to this trial, if OnlyFans hasn't taken down her account.
What's her name?
Courtney Clenny is her name. Courtney, Clenney, excuse me. I don't know if they took that down or if it's still up or her attorneys wanted it gone, maybe. But if she's still creating content for that and just racking in the money.
I mean, she hasn't been convicted of anything, so she can still make money.
I guess so. Yeah, if she was able to get access to a phone and post stuff. Is she being held behind bars? I don't know if she's released or out right now.
She was out after it happened, and they found her in Hawaii.
They found her in Hawaii, but then they brought her back in a restaurant. I'm wondering if she's in jail waiting trial, if she's been freed. I'm not sure. I'll look that up and try to see what I can find out. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Christopher Lloyd seems to think that he can shake another Back to the Future movie out of Michael J. Fox, or like Back to the Drawing Board.
Ow.
Anne Heche has been laid to eternal rest after a 9-month-long nappy at the morgue, plus words I never thought I would say, but here I am saying it. Dolly Parton boycott. Say it ain't so, and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your hot and steamy Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs will be soaring to the low 90s today across the entire viewing area. We're talking our inland counties all the way to the East Coast, but mainly after 2 o'clock today, we could be seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms at about 40% coverage, and rain chances do continue to rise. Tomorrow is a Fox 35 storm alert day, so do remember to stay weather aware.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5, they're faster than you think. That means they'll change your oil and get you back on the road in less time than it takes to get over from the express lane to the exit ramp. Just sit back and relax while their fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Has crossed, stuck in, Tyra! Oh, what a goal!
Orlando City returns home this week, taking on New York City Football Club on Wednesday, May 17th at 7:30 p.m., presented by Dex Imaging. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Dex Imaging, the world's biggest business solutions provider of copiers and printers. Dex Imaging helps businesses do business better. Check us out online at deximaging.com.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall. There's only one Mo you should call, the Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password,
or you did become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
"Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis."
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Tony Rock on May 19th and 20th.
Because whatever your deficiency is, alcohol will treat it.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail server, and waitstaff, food runners, and dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is. Dave, tell our listeners about the produce that's in season.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon, freppers, spinach.
Wait, hold it. You're just putting fra in front of produce.
Yeah, as in fresh from Florida.
Produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. You don't need to make up words.
Really?
Ugh, friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
Don't you mean .from?
Ugh, really?
Hear new music first on your free iHeartRadio app.
This is Lars.
James from Metallica here.
And this is iHeartRadio. What's up? This is Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park.
We're the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
The free iHeartRadio app is where the biggest stars in the world connect with you. Download it today.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies. including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Our friend Fritz joins us for Fritz on the Street coming up in just a bit. The greatest game in all of radio, so get yourself ready for that. And if you want to come over and watch the action, you can do that over at YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. You can tune into the studio.
Did you put the peen video up?
No. I didn't put that up. I didn't put the cat video up. We're steering clear of both of those today. I think it's the best bet for us. But if you do miss any of the show, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com and get access to the podcast. That's where you can send dispatches. You can subscribe to secret shows. There's a million things you could do, and it's all right there waiting for you at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
My nugget is trying to be a Russian.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
No idea.
Hey.
Duh.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. Refinancing, buying your first dream home. Perhaps you just want to talk to a really cool dude. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and get the process started today. And that includes a cool dude conversation.
Oh, that's nice.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. It was 43 years ago, 1980. The drummer for this band right here.
Peter Chris.
Right. Points for Fritzy.
I would not have known that.
Catman.
Oh, my God. Another point for Fritzy.
He's rolling in points right now.
Peter Chris, the cat, he left the band 43 years ago. Well, he started his, an apparently ill-advised solo career, and it was also kind of because Gene and Paul were ready to get rid of him. Because at
he was
this
having
point,
a drummer solo career?
Yeah, you haven't heard of those?
Not a lot of them.
It usually flops.
Has there been a
Yeah,
drummer solo
Phil
career?
Collins.
Phil Collins is the most successful, probably.
The drummer from the Beatles had a solo
Ringo,
career,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that says no. All right.
Photograph, 16. Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if Ringo...
Isn't 16 kind of a troublesome song?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're 16. You're
beautiful in your mind.
Grab that audio. By this point, it was the cat, Peter Chris. He had been abusing some drugs, had gotten into trouble for a fight inside of an L.A. restaurant where he and one of his family members got into it over who had a bigger penis.
All right.
I take a look at
interesting family fight.
But it all worked out because 15 years later, he reunited with Kiss. No word on how big his penis was.
Definitely wasn't that guy in the Only in Date video. Definitely wasn't him.
I mean, that's unfortunate.
Could be a grower.
Yeah, that.
No, I don't think so.
I don't even think you could grow your way out of that.
I know. He had a nice butt, though.
Oh, okay.
Someone who is reuniting, and with whom, you may ask?
With whom?
With God, because she has been laid to rest, everybody. Anne Heche, laid to rest over the weekend at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
That's a long time.
9 months. I looked it up. 9 months it has been since she died. Yet it was a special and emotional ceremony for those who loved her most. And she now is laying forever right next to Johnny Ramone and Chris Cornell.
Really? Damn, that's like a lot of celebrities in this cemetery.
And Mickey Rooney.
That's
really?
a really cool cemetery, and also you don't need a permit, as far as I know, to film there, because it's kind of like if you're interred there, they want Hollywood to keep going on around them.
I would have thought that.
And Haysha, I thought a little controversial for that cemetery, don't you think?
I don't know. I think people still feel bad for her just because it was so brutal, but I would have thought it would have been really expensive to be like next to celebrities because she didn't have that much money when they talked about. I mean, I say
That's
that
sad.
relatively speaking. She had like $400,000 she was worth, which it seems like a lot. But if you're next to all those celebrities, I would have felt like that would be more expensive.
Yeah. And do you have to keep paying every month, or just once you buy the plot, you're good, and then 100 years from now they'll bury someone on top of you?
I think it's one and done. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
You might have to do you mortgage it?
I don't know if you get on a payment
Put
plan.
that on the Dawn list.
And if you don't pay it, then what do they do?
Jimmy Fallon is getting more bad press over this strike with the Writers Guild. Now, at first we heard that he was not going to pay anybody. And then we heard he was going to pay people. And now he's not paying them again. Fun. The word is the non-writing staff of The Tonight Show is being placed on an unpaid leave of absence beginning next week. Now, the kicker is that the employees from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and Late Night with Seth Meyers are getting paid. So it kind of sucks to work for Jimmy Fallon.
I wonder how much that is to pay for all those staffers for like
What do they
week.
make a year?
They must do pretty decent.
Or is that like freelance? Like if we use your joke, we're paying you.
But it's not just the writing staff because
this is non-writing.
Without the writing people,
they need camera operators, production assistants.
So you got to be talking about like dozens of people. I would
best
think.
boy grip.
Yeah.
They got to pay the best boy grip.
Probably not as much as some of the other people.
The
but
best boy grip?
Yeah. It's always on a movie set. I never know what they do.
I feel like it's a movie set that I don't want to be anywhere near. So what's strange about this is Late Night is on the same network as Fallon, but one of these, shows is paying their employees and the other one is not. Unclear who is paying the non-writers on the other shows, so it's impossible to say whether Fallon is stiffing his people or not. When asked for comment, he just giggled a lot and then fell out of his chair.
That's his thing.
Speaking of paying stuff, Kim Kardashian is making headlines for paying off legal fees for more than 50 moms on Mother's Day.
Wow.
Yep, who accumulated debt while on parole or probation. All of the women have been successful in their rehab efforts.
That's a different way to honor moms on Mother's Day.
I think so, but why not recognize them? And I'm sure that it's like, I don't know, chip off their shoulder, not have to worry about debt and legal fees. They don't give me a number of how much she has paid, but 50 moms sounds like probably not a dent in Kim Kardashian's bank account. So
Yeah, she's doing okay. She could do a whole lot more than that if she wanted to.
People that do have a lot of dents in their bank accounts are fans of this gal.
Taylor Swift.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, Sean?
Couldn't think of her name.
Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour.
But yesterday you were such a big fan of her.
I do like Taylor Swift.
I would love to go to Eras Tour if someone could give me a ticket.
Well, those are expensive as far as I've heard.
Extremely. And it seems like every week we have another story about Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour. I am hearing that it is a fantastic show, but for those that can afford it. Now, tickets have been absurd. The lowest price seats for many of the legs of the concert have been around, let me do my math here, $800. Jeez.
Okay.
For the lowest tier.
That is pretty
Nosebleed.
pricey.
They say last weekend, I guess, was the Philadelphia tour, and as of 3:30, the day of the concert, the cheapest ticket before the fees was $1,334.
My God.
So, and that was not to get a good view at all. You're literally behind the stage. It wasn't even nosebleed. It was looking at Taylor's butt.
And then you're.
I didn't think you could sit behind the stage at those shows.
They might some as an obstructed view or something.
Yeah, there's some partially obstructed, but like right behind the stage, there's nothing to see.
Yeah.
So someone tweeted out Val Martin BX screenshot of scalpers that like blatantly bought the entire row that is behind Taylor Swift, selling for $2,500. And you would have to buy 1 to 12 tickets. And then it says, good deal next to
And
it.
then you're sitting next to old lady Magoo, who printed out all the lyrics.
Yeah.
And she's singing along at the top of her lungs with her terrible voice. They got to stop that. It's miserable.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. So
I
it's
can't
time we
stand
put
for
our
it.
foot down.
We
all
have to
right?
stop with this singing at concerts. You could lightly sing, but the people who just are
okay,
singing
that's crazy.
so
I'm
loud.
not with that. I thought you meant the high ticket prices.
You know what I'm talking about, where it's like a TikTok and you could hear the person over the person performing. They're like screaming the lyrics out. Too much.
Yes. So anyways, so the Tampa, Bro Bible had decided to put the numbers and see what you can buy for the same amount of money that you would pay for one night to watch Taylor Swift from behind.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday, Manchester City plays.
Pay big money for that.
He doesn't have a great butt. I'm sorry. Hot take. Hot take doesn't have a great butt.
Sounds mighty different when you say it that way.
You know what? Forget it.
No, go ahead. Why are you being sensitive today?
I'm not being sensitive.
You seems like you're getting frustrated.
It seems like you're just saying
Getting more frustrated right now.
I'm going to tell you, shut up
It's
again.
building. You're going to say in that weird voice you used?
Interested in a tropical vacation? Well, funny you ask. For less than the cost of one Taylor Swift ticket in Philly, you can have a 6-day, 5-night stay at a reputable Jamaican resort, plus flight, and still have money over for weed.
Okay, I get that, and all these people get it, but do you still think if you went around and asked them, hey, wouldn't you rather go on this long vacation or see Taylor Swift? I think they would say I still would rather see Taylor Swift.
I don't. Yes,
they're crazy.
They probably
for it.
would.
There was a girl on Reddit.
I wouldn't go that high for Beyonce.
You wouldn't go to 1,000?
No, I don't think so.
There was a girl on Reddit who missed her mother's wedding because she got free radio tickets to go see Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
and there are a bunch
but
of people.
also, mother's marrying another dude.
Yeah, and she's like, is kind of an asshole anyway.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Speaking of assholes, they finally figured out what to do with all the leftover Yeezys.
Billions and billions of dollars worth.
You better believe it. Adidas is finally ready to get rid of all of those leftover Yeezys, and they're going to sell the remaining stock and donate some of the proceeds to charity.
See, this is what I thought they would do to begin with.
And guess what? Kanye still gets a profit.
Oh, really?
15%. Under the previous business arrangement, there was a point where they were considering rebranding them and selling them like Yeezys.
Yeah, like taking off the Kanye logo.
Uh-huh.
But there are still millions of pairs of unsold Yeezys, and they made the decision not to just destroy them. No word on what charities the money will go to. I would put $5 on a Jewish charity.
That would make the most sense.
Adidas said that they would be, quote, organizations that are helping us and that were also hurt by Kanye's statements. So now we'll put $10 towards a Jewish charity.
I saw Kanye and whoever this lady is with now, and
with the big old boobs, man.
Yeah, and they're just like
Bianca Censuri. I
don't know. I know what she looks like now, and they're just wearing like space suits. They're wearing like the weirdest clothing.
MMA,
but he seems to be
around.
Perfectly fine.
I guess so. I don't know what he's up to, but he's out there.
And if he doesn't find love with this new big boob lady, he just has to wait a few more years and could be part of the brand new show coming to ABC near you. It's called The Golden Bachelor.
No, I can't do this one.
Almost paradise.
Are you going to watch this?
I will watch the first episode or two. I think it's going to be highly uncomfortable to see them making out.
Okay, when they're talking about doing an older version of The Bachelor, what's it called? Golden Bachelor?
The Golden Bachelor senior citizens.
Sounds a little golden showery, but if we can get past
that. They might do some of that.
How old are we talking about?
They don't have any details.
Because if they're like 70, 80, 90 years old.
The only thing that they won't give the age range of the contestants or a premiere date. The only thing that they have is one hopeless romantic is given a second chance at love in the search for a partner with whom to share the sunset years of life. Sunset years.
Are they going to I want to know if they're going to make all of the little excursions they go on much more focused to like middle-aged people.
I'm curious. Are we
We're
still
going
to have
knitting.
We're going to go to Denny's at 5 p.m.
Right. I might watch that.
Yeah, I might. Yeah. But are they doing the fantasy suites?
I think they do.
That would be highly uncomfortable.
I think they do, though. I feel like they will do it still.
Why would it be uncomfortable?
To watch them bang it out?
Okay, you don't watch the young people
but
bang it out.
you know exactly what. But they're laying together. They're heavy making out.
You're going to have to come to terms with the fact that old people have sex, too.
I think it's hot.
Okay.
Yeah. They do?
I'm not against it. I'm just saying maybe a warning that this is what we might see.
I bet they do it.
It's also, from the looks of these details, going to be a male old bachelor with a bunch of old women.
Okay.
Right. Good for him.
Am I right, bros?
Is my time up? Is that a good note to end on? On the boob tube, we have the 9th season finale of The Masked Singer on Fox. Game 13 and 14 of Jeopardy Masters.
Yeah.
Can't wait for next week's game 33 and 34.
Really going on with that thing.
First season finale of Farmer Wants a Wife. Let's see if Old MacDonald finds him a lady forever. First season finale of True Lies. Series premiere of High Desert on Apple TV. And the series premiere of The Family Stallone on Paramount Plus. Adrian. Follow your dreams with me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
That was my Rocky impression.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, Fritz on the streets.
Oh, yeah.
It's going down. I'm going to try not to lose miserably this time. I'm going to step it up, but we do, whether you like it or not, represent one of you each. Myself, Sabrina, and Celine will play for one of you. You can get your hands on This Is It, the very final Fritz on the Street 8-bit magnet. This is the last one right here. So if you want to win it, now's the time to get our attention. We'll pick our players and we'll fight for you in Fritz on the Street. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's here, the 2023 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, now through the 29th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets available at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heading through the city, you can expect congestion on I-4 heading eastbound between Colonial Drive and Princeton Street, and slowdowns on I-4 westbound between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at Pine Hills Road, exit 6. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
If the weather calls for rain, then the rain calls for mosquitoes. Keep them away with STEM. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to repel mosquitoes safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer has to say about their experience.
After the hurricanes destroyed our old fence, we took the advice of our neighbor and called Fence Outlet. They were fast and professional, and we love our new fence.
Check them out at fenceoutlet.com.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same, and they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Who's ready for a new sensation? All over the nation, everyone's seeing inflation. In fact, RCO Mitsubishi is just about the only place prices are going down. It's my deflation celebration event, and it means you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $5 down, and that's less than a carton of eggs. For your peace of mind, all new Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Listen closely to my declaration and join my deflation celebration, because you could ditch your current ride and drive a car you love for just $5 down. My dealer next door credit approval process is free of frustration, because we work with the lenders who want to approve your application with rates as low as 1.9%. Right now you could drive a nicer, newer car for just $5 down. Come to my deflation celebration, but hurry so I can help you beat inflation today. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi, 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. See dealer for details.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. 1 is utility rates are rising. 2, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious.
Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Every morning, start your day getting caught up with West 2 News Sunrise.
I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guy. Here for you with breaking news from around Central Florida.
We want to get back to that breaking news out of Orange County.
Giving you an accurate forecast to plan your day by.
We're also starting off with some cloud cover.
And steering you clear of the backups to make your commute a breeze.
Your travel times out the door are looking pretty good this morning.
Wake up knowing you're ready for today with Jason, Mare, Kellyanne, and Megan. Wake up with West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Kelly's all new.
Hello, Clarkson.
Every weekday.
Let's do it, Kelly.
Give your day a little love. Oh my gosh. A little joy.
Happy day.
A little laugh.
Well, I'm really hard of hearing. I can't hear that well.
You're going to fit right in on this show because I'm loud. Give your day a little Kelly.
It's this. This is her name. Oh, yeah.
Weekdays at 3 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 4.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for his seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Morgan & Morgan, dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law, that's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Fritz on the street, the greatest game in all of radio in just a moment. But first things first, before we get into this, and you can play along with us, mind you, wherever you are. If you're at work right now, if you're driving around, just scream out the answers out loud and try not to bother your neighbor next to you. But you can't play with us for Fritz on the street. However, we like to pick somebody. We represent that person in the game. And if we win, they win the 8-bit magnet. And this is literally the last one. This is the one that's been next to me the whole time.
Well, there's no tie.
This is it. Yeah, if there's a tie, the other person's going to have to get a random magnet until the new Fritz on the street magnet's coming that Fritz has designed. So this is the very last one. And you can use it to play a game of magnets or put it on your refrigerator because that one's pretty damn collectible. I have chosen to pick Alberito on Twitch. I will be representing Alberito over on Twitch, who said, will you pick anybody from Twitch today? Yes, I will, and I'll pick you. How about you, Sabrina?
Sean, I'm going to go with Jay Ryan, a.k.a. Sensitive Gay Man, from the dispatch earlier.
All right, Jay Ryan had a great dispatch earlier. What about you, C-Lin?
I'm picking Davika from the texting service.
All right.
Sent the wife and I a very nice gift, and so you get picked.
Oh, that's another one off the old registry? The baby registry?
Something that I have not published.
Wow, I see a theme here.
I didn't tell anybody where it is.
My own registry.
I haven't told anybody where it is.
People are just crawling across the web, hitting C-Lane's baby registry.
I do need a stroller, but we'll see next week.
Oh, we already have a stroller.
Buying up some things. All right, the big question now, and I have to ask it to the man himself. Fritz, are you ready to go?
Yes.
All right, let's do Fritz on the street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, C-Lane.
Hi, Fritz.
Hey, Fritz.
Hello.
Fritzy.
Fritz on the Street, of course, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. That number, 866-CALL-MO. In first place with 176 points, that would be Christopher Lane. In second place with 148 points, Sabrina Ambra.
Okay.
And in third place with 139 points, Sean Wasson.
All right. I've got some ground to make up here.
That is correct.
Especially with C-Lane.
I can't even see C-Lane from where I am.
It's 176, 148, and 139. 8 questions, 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point opportunity.
Don't even need to ask. I know he did trivia last night.
Yeah, C-Lane was at Fritz's.
I was there.
Trivia.
Oh.
Yep. After 2 weeks off.
Is he one of the people you asked? The Fritz on the Street?
If your voice is on the panel,
no.
I'm throwing a flag on the field.
I left before the panel even started.
Yeah, it was like 9:30. We were done. He was like, okay, see you tomorrow.
All
see
right.
you, bud. So if you think you know, chime in. I got 8 participants last night. And they're all over the place as far as sobriety goes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I expected this a little bit.
Just keep that in mind.
Just for the record, I'll tell you at the end of this how you can be a part of the panel for Fritz on the Street and follow Fritz and all that good stuff. That's coming up in a bit.
Hell yeah. All right. So if everyone's in, we can do this?
Yes.
All right,
yeah.
Here. Question number 1. On Monday, a $10 million lawsuit alleging sexual assault was...
Sean. Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani is correct. Was levied against which former New York City mayor? That's the full question. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Rudy Giuliani?
4.
4.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
Number 3, please.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 1 with answers of 3, 4, and 5. On Monday, a $10 million lawsuit alleging sexual assault was levied against which former New York City mayor?
Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani.
Como?
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani. That would be 7. So no points awarded on that one. And we move on to question number 2.
Man.
Let's talk films or books.
Wait.
Either way. Question 2. What Ian Fleming novel's title is the nickname of the character Francisco Scaramanga?
Oh, my God.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Scaramouche.
That is incorrect.
Worth a shot, though. Once a year, you throw out a Scaramouche and you see if it sticks.
What Ian Fleming novel's title is the nickname of the character Francisco Scaramanga?
God.
Oh.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Don Quixote.
That is incorrect.
Sean. Little Boy Blue.
Hang on. And not for a point, but...
Wait, we don't know if Little Boy Blue's right yet.
Okay.
That is incorrect.
Is it Scarface?
It is not Scarface.
Oh, okay.
That would be The Man with the Golden Gun. It was a James Bond movie. Sean, you
That
got
was
that?
a nickname longer than the name.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you call him? We call him the Man with the Golden Gun.
His name's Fritz, but his nickname's the guy that does trivia and then plays the Fritz on the Street every week.
Sean, you got a question right, correct. We will start with you. How many do you think said The Man with the Golden Gun?
1.
1.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
I'll go 2.
And 2 for Sabrina. Question 2 with answers of 1 and 2.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows it. What Ian Fleming novel's title is the nickname of the character Francisco Scaramanga?
The man with the golden gun.
What? Goldeneye.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
No idea.
Pass.
This must be a James Bond book. Yeah, I don't know. Darcy!
Oh.
It wasn't Gumby either. It was the man with the golden gun. So that's one. Picking up 2 points on that one. C-Lane and Sean. And Sabrina with your guess of 2, picking up 1 point. We move on.
Guess you would have had to remember that Ian Fleming wrote James Bond.
Did the drunk chick get that right?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought she was like one of those people who could be really drunk but still operate on a very high level.
Mm-hmm.
and
No.
slur their way through everything.
None of that happened last night. Question 3, we move on with the song Tattoo. Which country? Sabrina?
Oh, my God. Austria?
C-Lane.
That is incorrect. C-Lane.
Russia?
That is incorrect.
I'll hear the rest of the question because the band's name is Tattoo.
You got it. With the song Tattoo, which country won the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest?
They won Eurovision with that song?
No, it doesn't have. They're not involved in this.
It's spelled tattoo, like 2 T's and 2 O's.
It's not a song tattoo. It's a band tattoo. Oh God! But they're not involved in this. Who won?
Which country?
Which country won? I'm gonna say.
Go on.
France.
That is incorrect. That would be Sweden.
Oh.
Sean, you got question 1 right. We will start with you.
Wow.
My.
Still hanging off of that?
Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Sweden? How many do you think watched Eurovision? I certainly did not.
I've
big
seen
over
the
there.
clips for
It's
this
huge over there.
year, though, which is great.
I don't know if a lot of these people watch. 2.
2 for Sean.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
3.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 3 with answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Let's see who knows it. With the song Tattoo, which country won the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest?
United States of America.
Italy.
Pass. I don't know that one either. Pass.
No idea.
Wow.
Sweden?
I don't know who.
That would be 1. Yeah, I love her to death, but she couldn't think of a European country.
I like when it goes to Darcy
United States of America.
because it goes from like Eminem in the background and all kinds of craziness to just like beautiful, serene
Blissed
sound.
out
Much
in
like
her
her
garden.
personality, yeah.
Yeah. So C-Lane's picking up 2 points on that one for getting it right on the money, and Sean with your guess of 2 picking up 1 point. We move on to question 4. That's the halfway point, and Fritz on the street. After question 4, I'll tell you who so far is winning on the day. Question 4 goes like this: which planet is closest to Earth?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
There's a whole song for this, isn't there?
Venus.
Venus is correct.
All right.
There's a 50-50
Jay
guess.
Ryan, this is not our game, my dude.
You can still pull through.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Venus?
4.
4.
5.
5 for Sean.
7.
And 7 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 4, 5, and 7. Which planet
Oh my
is
God, you
closest
guys.
to Earth?
Mars.
Mars.
Venus.
Mars.
Mars? Mars. Venus.
Oh, Mars.
It's 2.
A lot of
Good
Mars fans
God,
in there.
man.
Oh, boy.
What's the phrase? Like, my mother
I
cooks
don't
great
remember it.
spaghetti, or
My very educated mother just served us 9.
Something.
Because there's no Pluto now.
Oh, yeah. It was
Just-
pizzas before?
I never-
Served us nachos.
Yeah.
It was pizzas before.
I never learned a phrase for that.
No? I remember there being one. I just didn't.
I just memorized the planets.
okay.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
this
I
guy.
don't need your tools of memory.
Yeah, I don't need the mnemonic device.
So after 4, through Fritz on the
Johnny.
street with 4 remaining. That was a good Johnny mnemonic.
Thank you.
In first place with 5 points, Christopher Lane / Davika.
Take it.
One person got that joke, and he's next to you on the couch. That's how localized that was.
In second place with 4 points, Sean Wasson / Alberito.
Don't say it.
And in third place,
Don't
with
worry about it.
1 point, Sabrina Ambra / Jay Ryan. All right, 4 remaining. We move on to question 4. Known as the Doomsday Mom, a jury on Friday.
Oh, Sean.
Sean.
Oh, whoa. Stop the music, Ben. Sherry Vallow.
That's incorrect.
Oh, my God. I screwed it up.
Known as the Doomsday Mom, a jury on Friday found whom guilty on all charges, including murdering her 2
Can
children.
You give me the,
I screwed up the first name.
The Hawaii lady.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Vallow.
Vallow's correct.
Oh, my. That's not fair.
Well, this was fun. This is really fun, I think.
He got it on the Jeopardy technicality.
Lori Vallow.
Lori Vallow. And then do you know the hyphenate?
No.
Celine, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Lori Vallow?
I'm going to say 2.
2.
3.
3 for Sean.
1.
And 1 for Sabrina. Question 5 with answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding,
right.
ding, ding.
Someone knows it. Known as the Doomsday Mom, a jury on Friday found whom guilty on all charges, including murdering her 2 children.
Pass. I don't know that one. Lori Vallow.
No idea. Myself.
The mom.
Lori Vallow. Something with Daybell? Yeah.
Nicely done.
Casey Anthony. Lori Vallow.
That would be 3. Lori Vallow Daybell. Sean, you're picking up 2 points on that one.
Did she say me?
Yeah.
Me.
Jesus.
Hopefully she doesn't remember that.
She's listening
And
now.
she's not listening. C-Lane, with your guess of 2, you're picking up 1 point. And we have 3 remaining. Yeah, last night was frightening.
That sounds a little like it.
Question 6. What early 2000s movie did Anne Hathaway and Mandy Moore star in?
Oh, C-Lane.
C-Lane.
A Walk to Remember?
That is incorrect.
I was going to call it Walking in Memphis.
But you knew that you were thinking of the same movie.
I'm just going to bow out of this question. I'm going to gracefully bow out.
Say it one more time.
You got it. What early 2000s movie did Anne Hathaway and Mandy Moore star in?
Saved.
That is incorrect.
Oh, that's a good movie,
That's
though.
a pass from you?
I don't know.
That would be The Princess Diaries.
Oh, okay.
Mandy Moore was.
You got 5 correct. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said The Princess Diaries?
1.
1.
2.
2 for Sean.
3.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 6. With answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's getting it. What early 2000s movie did Anne Hathaway and Mandy Moore star in?
Devil's Wears Prada?
The only thing I know Anne Hathaway did like the nice Princess Diaries. Was that it?
Sweet
What a
Girls.
Girl Wants. Princess Diaries?
Pass.
13 going on 40.
Oh
Pass.
my
The
God.
Princess Diaries?
Oh, was that 4? No, that was 3, right?
I heard
Yeah.
3.
So Sabrina's picking up 2 points.
Thank God.
And Sean, with your guess of 2, picking up 1 point.
What a gem.
She's making my day.
We have 2 more remaining. Question 7. At the age of 81, who became the oldest...
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart is correct. At the age of 81, who became the oldest model to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit edition? A lot of S's in that one. Very slippery.
Literally saw this on the TVs at Fritz's Funhouse.
Oh, really?
On the news.
She looks good.
Still don't know if I should guess a very high number.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Martha Stewart?
6.
6 for C-Lane.
4.
4 for Sean.
5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 7, with answers of 4, 5, and 6. At the age of 81, who became the oldest model to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit edition?
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart. Bless. Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Amanda Harash.
What did she say?
Her own
said her
name.
name.
She said her own name.
Amanda.
I am obsessed with her.
She
What
was a
a
little
treat.
firecracker, for sure. 7, so that means C-Lane with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point. We move on to question 8. That's the last one in Fritz on the Street. But before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first place with 9 points, that would be Christopher Lane / Davika. In second place with 7 points, Sean Wasson / Albarito. And in third place with 3 points, Sabrina Ambra / Jay Ryan. Moving on to question 8, it goes like this. What is the capital of India?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Now to the hard
One
part.
of your favorite places.
India. Friggin' Jakarta.
That is incorrect.
That's in Indonesia. Sean.
Sean.
Delhi. New
Me?
Delhi.
New Delhi's correct.
Oh, come on.
What? I got it.
Yeah, that was close enough.
There was no prompt. He just kind of looked at me and said, give me the rest of the word.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said New Delhi?
3.
3.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
I'm going to go outside the box here. 2.
2.
All right.
Sabrina. Question 8 with answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think this is probably the lowest number that, of the participants who got it right. But let's see. What is the capital of India?
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
New Delhi? I can't even think of any city in India. Pass.
Bangladesh.
Pass.
That would be 3. That means Sean is picking up a 3-pointer on that one. Yes. Sabrina, with your guess of 2, you're picking up 1 point.
Look at me go.
And that means through 8, we have a winner on the day. In first place with 10 points, Sean Wasson / Alberito. In second place with 9 points, Christopher Lane / Davika. And in third place with 4 points, Sabrina Ambra / Jay Ryan. That means, if I'm doing my math correct, in first place and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 185 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 152 points, that would be Sabrina Ambra.
Thank God.
And in third place with 149 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thanks, Fritzy.
Always a good time playing Fritz on the Street. You can play with us each week, and you could play with Fritz. Sounds strange. You can play trivia with Fritz. It's an awesome event, and I encourage everybody to go out there. Not only could you be on the panel for Fritz on the Street, but it's just fun. It's like up on the TV screens and interactive and all that. It's Fritz's Funhouse Trivia, and generally it's on Tuesdays, but you can find out when he's going to be doing it over on his Instagram, which go to Instagram, bring up your account, no_regrets_coyote. That is where you'll find Fritz. That's his home on Instagram, and that's where you can keep up with this stuff.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Fritz. You going to hang out with us for a bit?
I would love to.
Okay, awesome. And when we come back, we have so many things to get to. We got to catch up with your dispatches. There was supposedly some crazy thing with the Prince and what's her name? Meghan Markle or whatever. Like, there was like a paparazzi accident, which rings very familiar if you know about the royal family.
I saw the headline, and I was like, this is too close for comfort.
Yeah. I don't know what actually happened yet, but we'll dive in and figure out what went down. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up later today on the Jim Colbert Show, your chance to win tickets to the Sing Out Loud Festival with Black Keys, Mumford & Sons, and more in St. Augustine. Tickets on sale now at singoutloudfestival.com. The Jim Colbert Show today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for delays due to an accident on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at Consulate Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at Pine Hills Toll Plaza. 2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound between Ronald Reagan Boulevard and US 1792 at Pearl Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto Insurance.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Oh, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for unlimited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Has crossed, stuck in, Kara! Oh, what a goal!
Orlando City returns home this week, taking on New York City Football Club on Wednesday, May 17th at 7:30 p.m., presented by Dex Imaging. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Dex Imaging, the world's biggest business solutions provider of copiers and printers. Dex Imaging helps businesses do business better. Check us out online at deximaging.com.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air, in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 30 years. They are not going anywhere. Carrier, factory, authorized dealers always turn to the experts. As part of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 on new AC units. And as we head into summer, now is certainly the time to replace your old unit. And with these special discounts, you need to reach out to Mills Air at millsair.com. That's millsair.com. Offer good while supplies last.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I'm back. And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home. You have heard of fresh from Florida, right?
Fresh I have.
That's refreshing to hear.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
And if we're going to freshen up daily meals, it's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Got anything else?
Oh, I'm fresh out.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Every morning, start your day getting caught up with West 2 News Sunrise.
I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guy. Here for you with breaking news from around Central Florida.
We want to get back to that breaking news out of Orange County.
Giving you an accurate forecast to plan your day by.
We're also starting off with some cloud cover.
And steering you clear of the backups to make your commute a breeze.
Your travel times out the door are looking pretty good this morning.
Wake up knowing you're ready for today with Jason, Mare, Kellyanne, and Megan. Wake up with West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Kelly's all new.
Hello, Clarkson.
Every weekday.
Let's do it, Kelly.
Give your day a little love. Oh my gosh. A little joy.
Happy day.
A little laugh.
Well, I'm really hard of hearing. I can't hear that well.
You're going to fit right in on this show because I'm loud. Give your day a little Kelly.
It's this. This is her name. Oh, yeah.
Weekdays at 3 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 4.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff Shreve, and I invite you to follow me as we pursue wisdom and peace through Pray.com's new podcast, Weekly Wisdom. Every week, we will embark on a journey through the Bible to discover encouraging truths and wisdom to last a lifetime. The Bible says wisdom is like a teacher standing at the gate, calling for us to hear her words before it's too late. Will you answer that call? Listen to Weekly Wisdom with Pastor Jeff Shreve on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
When I saw the headlines and all the push notifications of like, whoa, what happened here? And Dan on YouTube is onto this. They kept saying near catastrophic crash with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh, no.
And when I read that, I'm like, oh my God, this reminds me of Princess Diana.
Right.
And of course, that was a catastrophic crash. But from what I
right?
can see so far, I don't know that there was anything catastrophic that happened here. I got some of the reports
clearly
and stuff.
nothing catastrophic if it was near catastrophic.
Well, near catastrophic means what? What is that? To me, that means like
serious injury for me.
Yeah, we almost died. This was real bad.
Catastrophe,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was really close to being like when Princess Diana died. Again, I haven't seen a lot on this, so I'll have to read into it a little bit more, and I'll play some of these reports. But I'm not seeing anything that matches up with that just yet. So could this just be one of those things where it's an exaggeration and they're trying to get this out there to drum up sympathy or something? I don't know. We'll see in a moment here. But I did like this thread that I saw. And if you guys haven't seen this, you should 100% dig up this thread on Twitter. You'll find it just by searching for Fast and Furious.
Facebook,
It was all over
Instagram,
the place.
Twitter. Y'all see this?
And somebody just simply put, when was the point in the Fast and the Furious season, which began
I saw this.
22 summers ago? Did you see some of the clips? with
I
it?
haven't seen the clips. I saw like the list of it and the ongoing discussion because now it's the big promo for the 10, right?
Yeah, number 10 is out.
Who
Or coming out.
Did you see who was on it?
No.
As part of the cast
No.
this time around. My baby, my hall pass. I guess I don't need one anymore. Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa's in it now.
He is in
okay.
it. And over across the pond in New Zealand, there's a show much like ours. Two dudes, one gal, and they set up for her an interview with Jason Momoa.
Okay.
Where she got to meet him.
Are you
and
trying to get something to happen?
I'm putting hints out. It would be nice if you guys could do something like that for me.
How are we supposed to do this?
How did they do it?
What are you going to say to Jason Momoa?
Whatever I want.
Right. I would imagine that would be the case.
But if it was the best time of her life. She's engaged, and she was like, "You are my hall pass, Jason."
Wow.
And
and he was like, "Hard pass."
Oh no,
that would be brutal, right to her face.
He let her sit on his lap.
Gave the old hall
my
pass, hard
gosh.
pass.
He let her sit.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
So Fast and
I
Furious.
would let him sit on my face.
Nice. Get it.
All right.
Imagine that.
They told him. Now I'm stuck on Jason Momoa.
Sitting on my face.
They said it should be the other way around, should it not? Isn't that the way that traditionally works?
John, it's 2023. Grow up.
Hey man, do you? I'm not here to invade the space.
I'm gonna do Jason Momoa.
So they threw out this and they said, what was the moment in the Fast and the Furious series with number 10 coming up where they ditched reality? And people started responding not only with like words, but with little clips from the movies. And so many of them were so ridiculous. I can't believe that people still watch these movies.
What's the last one you watched? I watched the first three. Well,
I think I've seen the first
Tokyo
three.
Drift, I think, was the last one I watched. But I think that they stopped with reality when Paul Walker was driving 80 miles an hour in reverse and just staring at the person in the passenger seat.
But they go even further than that. One of the clips I saw was a couple of the Fast and Furious guys. They're on the roof of one car in a car chase, and another car is tumbling toward them, and it's at a high rate of speed. And when it gets to the point where it would like smash on top of their car, they kick it off with their feet, and they kick the car away from them. And I go, no. When do they become superheroes in this series?
Don't they go to space?
Do they? I always hear people say that, but I don't know if they're kidding or if they really did. They may have. They got 10 of these damn things.
Did they take down a jet with a car or something?
They probably did.
My at least planned for this holiday season when we get those 2 weeks off is to go through all of them.
Oh, watch every single one of
from
them?
beginning to end.
Is it a good series?
I think it's just one of those cult classics, but still makes a whole bunch of money.
Well, look, if it's out there in the box office and they're making money off of it, there must be a lot of people who like this. I just haven't been in touch with it. I'm trying to see. There's a couple of people that have like, all right, here's a guy who, no, he just collected them. I want to see the thread that I was talking about because it was so fantastic. Oh, here it is. What was the moment Fast and Furious abandoned reality? I was trying to think of the exact point from Kev on stage, who got 324 million views on this. And everybody in the thread was just responding with actual scenes. All right, I don't know if I've seen this one. This is like they're looking at under the hood of the car and a lot of abandoning reality that says, this is a moment when I realized.
Is there sound?
I can't play it.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what this one is, but there's so many in this thread. I'll link this over on See It Now. This says, many good contenders in Dubai, driving around in tall skyscraper buildings, jumping from building to building was one of the ones where I said, I'm not taking this seriously anymore. So, yeah, I'll put this up and see it now during the break so you can check it out, because just scroll down through the thread and you'll see people talking about that. Fast and Furious 10, or I guess it's just Fast X now is the latest one that's coming out.
Oh, we were dropping And the Furious? I thought we did that a while ago, like Fast 8 or Fast 5.
They might
Fast
have.
AIDS.
Is it
Fast 8?
Is it still like the same dudes, like Vince? Or not?
Well,
Vince,
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker's not
not
part
good.
of it, but remember they used his brother and CGI'd his face.
Yeah,
Saul Walker.
Ludacris still in it?
No, who's the guy who's always fighting
Vin Diesel?
with The Rock? Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Diesel.
Vin Diesel is in it, right?
Yes.
And,
I don't know if he's still in it.
Oh yeah,
but-
Ludacris. Somebody said is in it. Yeah, I think there's a lot of the like early people that are still in this movie, and then they talked about like doing a whole new version of it, a whole new series where it's like the women racers.
All right.
Because that worked out for Ghostbusters.
Oh, chill out.
Well, at this point, what are you gonna do? Like they have to do something. The other
Where do they go? Drive to the kitchen? Hussey Line?
Not what I said.
The other Ghostbusters reboot where they redid it after the girls one was really good though.
Still
For the
Vin
record.
Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay, I remember her.
Tyrese Gibson, Jason
Yeah.
Statham. Statham or Statham?
I don't know.
Statham,
but I know
think.
who he is.
Jordana
Remember?
Brewster, Ludacris. They're still all there.
Michelle Rodriguez, she goes viral on TMZ because all the paparazzi is by her car.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, hey guys, listen to this, and just rips the biggest fart.
I don't remember that.
Like, it was so intense. And she's like, all right, bye. See you later.
All right,
God bless her.
Here's the story. Let's dig in. It says Prince Harry and Meghan involved in, quote, near catastrophic car chase with paparazzi across New York. Now, the reason why immediately I was kind of skeptical of the framing of this as being near catastrophic was because I saw a photograph of the two of them. And when they left this event that they were at in New York, they jumped in a taxi. And I said, oh, okay, that's a move. You know, like we're just like the
a
rest
cool
of you.
British taxi?
No, like just a New York taxi, old-fashioned yellow cab, New York. And Prince Harry and Meghan.
It'd be
jumped in
hilarious
there.
if they shipped over a British taxi just for that.
Yeah, what they're doing there is they're going like, look, we can mix in with the people. We don't need to be in a limo all the time, and that's kind of a smart move for your image. But now they're saying that things went haywire and it was catastrophic. The police, I just saw a statement from the police. They did not seem to be buying into the same narrative that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were putting out there. Let me see what the police said. I have to bring up my notification so I can find this. Here we go. This says, a member of the security team protecting Prince Harry and Meghan has described a chaotic chase in New York involving paparazzi photographers on Tuesday, saying it could have ended with a fatality. So that's in their camp, still saying, like, this was bad, this could have died. New York police say paparazzi made Prince Harry and Meghan's transport challenging, but there were no reported collisions, injuries, or arrests. So they seem to be on a different fronts here. Like there's two different stories of what happened here. One is we almost died because of paparazzi, and the other one is like, yeah, the paparazzi were chasing them, but they're overstating how bad this was. Let's see what they say on Sky News, because they did a report.
Prince Harry, his wife Meghan, and her mother Doria have been involved in a near-catastrophic car chase involving paparazzi photographers. This is coming from a spokesperson for Prince Harry. We do know that Meghan and Harry were in New York last night for an award ceremony at which Meghan was receiving an award. We saw Prince Harry, Meghan, and Meghan's mother on the red carpet.
I didn't see that their mother was with them in the cab, so I guess they were all in this taxi
Well, she
cab.
wasn't receiving an award.
And I did see there was a bunch of people gathering around the cab taking pictures, right? They're used to this. This is what happens with super famous people, some of the most famous people on the planet. And
If
then
it happens to us.
I saw, I'll take some paparazzi. You know, there's like services where you could pay for like fake paparazzi to follow you around for the day.
Okay, next your birthday. I'm in.
So then
I knew a guy that did a whole E! True Hollywood story on himself.
Right, yeah. Then they got to the corner, and the police went one way, and the taxi cab went the other way, right? And I think that was not supposed to happen necessarily. And in between that, I haven't seen anything yet. But nothing is leading me to believe near catastrophic car chase is what really happened. They've got to have some more details. Hold on, let me see that actual story from their
I
camp.
love that they didn't even mention the award show that it was.
No, I saw that last night too. It was something where she got an award, and
Well, she looked like she was reading the cliff notes off her very, very small phone to report
An
this
award
news.
show where she got awards.
there was no real news there. It's just like, hey, the prince's people tell me this is what happened, and I want to hear from right here. Oh man, that's weird. Oh God, I hope that wasn't the same person.
What's happening?
A banner plane has just crashed in Hollywood, Florida, killing the pilot. They were dragging like a banner behind the plane, like we did that one
That's where I
time.
went to high school.
And one of the pilots, or the person in the plane, actually has died, I guess. Anyhow, what I was talking about was this story from
Did they publish his
CNN.
last banner?
They did not, no, and I certainly hope we're not attached to that story because we don't want to be anywhere near
No, we are not, but I think that the person who paid for it is the reason why they died.
it. It could be. All right, here's what CNN says.
Award show.
A member of the security team protecting Prince Harry and Meghan has described a chaotic chase in New York involving paparazzi photographers on Tuesday, saying it could have ended with fatalities. Speaking exclusively to CNN, Chris Sanchez and said the Sussexes were chased by photographers after leaving the Woman of Vision Awards at the Ziegfeld Ballroom. In the end, no one was injured, and the couple arrived safely, but shaken at the apartment where they were staying. Okay. She's
not muted.
Right into it.
Speaking of women of vision,
I've never seen or experienced anything like this. What we were dealing with was very chaotic. There were about a dozen vehicles, cars, scooters, and bicycles, they said. The public were in jeopardy at several points. It could have been fatal. They were jumping curbs and red lights.
Oh, jeez.
At one point, they blocked the limousine carrying the couple. So did they get out of the cab and into the limousine? Because that says block the limousine carrying the couple.
this is all very confusing.
And started taking pictures until we were able to get out. Police disagreed. They said the incident was challenging, but there were no collisions and nobody was hurt. So I don't know. Most of their messaging, this is kind of like part of the identity of Prince Harry and Meghan, which is why they bore me and I really don't focus on it too much. All their stuff is viewed through the lens of the couple as a victim of everything, which I don't buy into. These are two of the most privileged people on planet Earth. For God's sake, they're like beautiful, successful royalty people, and constantly the messaging is about
jealous?
how woe is them. I wish, if you're somebody in that position, you know who I really liked? I really liked Princess Di. And it's not just because it was back then and she died and there's songs about her and stuff.
She seemed like a stand-up gal.
Princess Di always did this stuff. Like, she wasn't talking about how, oh my God, I was a victim of this happened to me, and this was so terrible, woe is me. She's like, I'm actually going to go to Africa, and I'm going to go to Zimbabwe, and I'm going to go in this village, and I'm going to help these kids out and bring the attention that I can with my spotlight to the plight of these children who are starving and stuff.
And I'm going to let them touch me, interact with me.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not some standoff.
No.
Barrier
And they would stop her.
service.
They're like, royalty doesn't run.
Yeah.
The way you can't participate in this
run.
event.
And they
for
didn't like
your-
her. They didn't like her as a
She's
result
like,
of
I'm
that.
defying it. How about that?
They wanted it to be like the way it always had been, and she was kind of different. And I think Meghan Markle maybe sees herself like that. But
I think that she has been put in that position. Like, everyone thought she was going to be the new Princess Di. And then the way that media is now, it's like, if you didn't lock that in within the first 2 weeks of you being engaged to Prince Harry, then you've lost that chance.
yeah, I think that they just kind of realized they weren't ever going to be king and queen. It just doesn't look like that's ever going to happen. And so if you're in the royal family, you're like, well, what am I doing here then? What is all this for if I'm just going to be next in line and I'm not going to ever get a shot at the throne, even though I don't even know if the throne will be around that far down the road.
Wow, say that to King Charles III's face.
That guy, King Charles is a weirdo, man. I'm sorry.
But those fingers look delicious.
His fingers are... More people should be talking about King Charles'
I put
fingers.
those between two biscuits with a little bit of honey all day.
You guys watch me on the stream, and they say, Sean looks like red, or you're sick, or you got like diabetes or something. That dude, his fingers... when you say sausages, I think they're bigger than sausages.
Bratwurst fingers.
Yeah, I think they're like full on, like plump when you cook them.
You could put a blanket on them.
These things are big, fat. I'm worried about it.
All right, now I got to look up on my work computer.
Oh, have you not seen this?
King Charles
It's
sausage.
been addressed.
Oh my God.
Fingers.
Everyone chill out.
No. More people need to be worried about this and less worried about the whole Meghan Markle, Prince Harry
It looks
stuff.
like a hot dog that's about to explode.
It does.
Do we have? I don't know if we have time, but I just looked up that story of the plane crash in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
The footage in the link I just sent you. that plane got torn apart.
Oh, did it really?
Like I've never, unless that's like how the banner planes are. It looks like it lost its complete frame.
All right, I'm bringing this up here. Yeah, it says small plane crash in Hollywood near shopping plaza parking lot. And yeah,
By the way,
oh God, there's nothing left of this.
Isn't that wild? Sorry,
Yeah.
Paramount Plus first.
Right after this pre-roll, it's just like the frame of the plane after it clearly burned on the road that is left. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that story as well. We got to take a quick break. We're running way behind. Jury duty also coming up next. And the Secret Service really dropped the ball. What happened here? You're going to find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by LASIK Plus.
The Magic won the 6th and 11th picks in the draft lottery last night. Orlando got their second first-round selection from Chicago in the Nikola Vucevic trade. Orlando City SC returns to the pitch tonight. They host New York City FC. Lions have not lost at home to NYC in nearly 5 years. And a mausoleum for soccer legend Pele's open in Brazil. The three-time World Cup winner's golden casket rests on a bed of artificial grass with sounds of cheering fans. I'm Scott Davidson.
Do it. Take the first step towards LASIK and score a great deal at LASIK Plus today. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering $1,000 off their Wave Light Laser when treated in May. That's $500 off her eye with guaranteed financing. Visit mylasicoffer.com for details.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hello, Floridians. Today's a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, right now, by booking your $159 AC rejuvenation at CoolToday.com.
Call today, cool today. CoolToday.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
It's Memorial May at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get Memorial Day deals today and all month. Buy this today. Make no payments for 6 months. Get up to $5,000 more than your trade is worth. Offers for a limited time only at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. See dealer for details.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next. And here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics.
You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Or Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-UCAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
So, what could you do with 8 hours? With that much time, probably a lot, right? Or nothing at all sounds pretty good too. With an 8-hour battery life, a vape device from Blue gives you the freedom to unplug. So relax, disconnect, or just let yourself focus on getting your own stuff done with a full 8 hours of unlit you time. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fonum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fonum US LLC.
Jersey Mike's freshly slices the meat and cheese for your sub right in front of you. It's a work of art. Think Michelangelo's David. But honestly, David, if I have to wear a shirt and shoes, you could put on some pants. At least my Italian sub is perfectly dressed. Secondly, David is 522 years old, but Jersey Mike's subs are freshly sliced every time, brand new. It's an inspiration to hungry, pants-wearing people everywhere. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password,
for you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
We are Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And, hey Google, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
I would be happy to.
Radio 104.1.
My God, Sealand. What have you done? We're so far off track,
Don't
time-wise.
even.
This was
Don't
your
even.
fault.
No.
Everybody else was on time.
Nope.
We were getting everything done.
I was saying that. I was making this, hand signs and all that.
Yeah, I looked down, and we're way off track.
Sam was like, keep going.
Yeah,
No.
that's what he always does.
Stretch it out.
He's like, we're doing good. Keep rolling. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll keep talking about stuff. All right, we're
The
gonna do
people
jury
that
duty.
believe that don't matter, and the people that matter don't believe that.
How dare you?
That was so rude to most people.
How long have you been sitting on that?
I just came up with it. I just came up
I'm
with it,
sorry.
and I
How's that go on your shirt?
I fell in love with it instantly.
The people that believe in that don't matter.
And the people that matter don't believe
in that. All right. Okay. I see what you're going with. Let's get into something else very quickly since we are behind a little bit. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call our friend Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE. Or you can go to justcallmo.com. He's the best. After you get into an accident, you want an attorney who's going to know your story. They're going to listen to you. You're not just a number. You're not just a field on a spreadsheet. They're not trying to just settle the case as fast as they can and get on to the next one. It's not a numbers game. It's about you and fighting against the insurance company. So 866-CALL-MO.
And now it's time to go to break. Thank you so much.
No, we got to fight forward. We got to fight forward on this. And I want to say, what do you do in this scenario? All right? Take a peek for those of you watching
I go to break.
On YouTube and twitch.tv/the News Junkie. You're cruising down the road, right? You're on an interstate.
Am I 6'4"?
You could be. And you're in the panhandle of the state of Florida, but, could be anywhere. And you're on, this is U.S. Route 331. Somebody's cruising along, and in the middle of the road, they see a turtle.
Right.
Turtle's crossing the road.
I like turtles.
What do? You like turtles? You want to save this turtle, right?
I have done that many a time.
On an interstate?
On... Maybe not an interstate, but definitely a busier road.
Yeah.
One that in which I had to I got out of my car, hazard, and then I indicated to other drivers like,
to
hey,
stop, slow down.
I'm about to pick up this turtle.
This was a little bit different. They're cruising down the
Don't
road.
wanna, toot my own horn here, but I am a hero.
The semi started filming.
Whoa, okay.
Oh, my God. No.
Oh,
and
Jesus, man.
You know what's brutal? I think the semi ended up running over the turtle.
Yeah, but the angle at which you see it on the dash cam looks like the turtle could have been okay. Now, depending on the number of wheels on this semi,
might have got him.
One of them might have got him.
So here's what's happening. There's a car in the left lane of the interstate. The car has stopped completely on the interstate, and the driver has gotten out to retrieve a turtle from the lane. And this caused cars behind him to slam on their brakes, and then somebody had to weave very quickly out of the left lane into the right lane. They went right in front of a semi when they
Rule
did that.
number, maybe 1, 2, or 3 upon saving turtles is that it's a slowdown.
Yeah.
Hazards. Like, that's not an immediate brake, put it in park, and then hope for the best behind you.
You're not supposed to do this. I think you're supposed to drive through
and
the
that
animal.
guy, the one who just swerved into that lane, kind of a dick move. He could have gone on the grass and avoided all of this.
What happens is it causes a chain reaction, and that's what happened here. And the next thing you know, you got a semi. A semi can't stop that fast. They do have air brakes and stuff, but
it's like a train. It takes a mile.
Ton of moving, weight, and there's a lot of potential energy.
Oh, and you know what sucks?
What?
Just beyond where this crash happens, it looks like another lane opens up.
Oh, really?
Look at the very end when the semi veers off to the left, and they're going. All right, we got the guy from the left lane moves over. Now the semi's trying to overcorrect.
He's trying to
boom, and then look beyond. Look beyond. Looks like there's more room in the road there.
There was a pull off 10 feet away where they could have solved this problem. If you see a squirrel or a turtle, and you are on some dead road with nobody driving around, no traffic, you can stop. You can get out and get the turtle, whatever. But if you're on an interstate and there's a lot of traffic around you, I'm sorry, you got to drive through the turtle. You got to drive right through that thing or the squirrel, whatever it is.
Not through.
Yeah, right through. You got to go right. You can't swerve. If you swerve, then you cause a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of a swerve, though, you can get them right under your car.
You got to hit them if they're right there in the tire lane.
Sean. This comes from a man who hit a full-grown German Shepherd.
Okay, so you're telling me, all right? You're telling me that if you're driving down, you're in the left lane, which we now know is the passing lane, and you're in that passing lane.
Who's we? Everyone else knew that.
Just you.
The royal we.
Okay. You are in a car. You're in the left lane. I now know it's the passing lane.
Okay.
And you see in front of you a turtle.
All right.
And
a squirrel.
You think if your move is to swerve to go over the top of the turtle so you don't hit it, or to just go straight through it and stay perfectly like you are in your lane, you think that swerving is the better option?
It's not what I think. It's like what I know as Sabrina will be what probably kills me is swerving as to not kill the animal.
Yeah, but you're supposed to
But I will try my best to just get it right underneath the car, probably graze the edge of the shell with the inner of my tire.
I think you got to hit the gas, actually.
Yeah, you got to speed up.
Yeah,
You want to murder animals. That's why.
You got to have the momentum to get through the turtle. Some of those turtles are big.
You don't want them stuck under the carriage.
Then you're dragging the shell.
That's a sin.
Insurance doesn't cover that.
Yeah, you don't want that. Then you spread turtle guts all over the road.
You could have a cool souvenir, though, if you pull that off.
Have that shell afterwards. The thing is,
I'm just in a room of animal murderers.
It doesn't work out like it does in Mario Kart when you hit a shell.
No.
Very different experience. But you got to be careful in that. These
Although,
folks got caught up.
if you were to hit a turtle shell and it caused major damage to your car, I think my first thought would be like, wow, the Mario Kart folks really got that one right. It was a green turtle shell.
I didn't think it would be this dangerous. But
if it's a blue turtle shell, you're screwed.
All right, we're going to take a quick break because we're super late. We're going to try to get back on
God.
track. There's a big, fatty, fat segment.
About it.
It's coming up in just a moment. There's a big, fat segment. All right, a lot of time we'll be spending with you. It's coming up next in the News Junkie.
It's back. The 2023 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, May 16th through the 29th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets available now at orlandofringe.org.
If I-4 is a part of your travels this afternoon, watch out for delays heading eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's congestion in the city on I-4 eastbound between Michigan Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard. Watch out for delays on I-4 westbound between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound at Pearl Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon.
You're just putting fra in front of produce.
As in fresh from Florida.
You don't need to make up words. Friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally do pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine marble, all those beautiful colors, but it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas, and next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password,
for you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Who's ready for a new sensation? All over the nation, everyone's seeing inflation. In fact, RCO Mitsubishi is just about the only place prices are going down. It's my deflation celebration event, and it means you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $5 down, and that's less than a carton of eggs. For your peace of mind, all new Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Listen closely to my declaration and join my deflation celebration, because you could ditch your current ride and drive a car you love for just $5 down. My dealer next door credit approval process is free of frustration because we work with the lenders who want to approve your application with rates as low as 1.9%. Right now you could drive a nicer, newer car for just $5 down. Come to my deflation celebration. But hurry so I can help you beat inflation today. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. See dealer for details.
Every road trip is a chance to explore. Let the Autio app bring your next drive to life with fascinating narrated tales about the places you go. Autio features over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast. Tales of local legends, natural wonders, and history. With many stories narrated by some of your favorite voices, including Kevin Costner, John Lithgow, and more. Download the winner of the Webby Award for Best Travel App. Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Available from the App Store and Google Play.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are at the very heart of our mission. That's why this Military Appreciation Month, we thought you might want to hear a special thank you message from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother Will, who's currently serving as a major in the Army. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
Hi, I'm wishing my pops, retired Colonel Stephen Sheehan of the United States Marine Corps, a happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month.
Commitment connects us. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
People don't understand how I do what I do. It's simple. I've got 50 guys in a room bidding all these cars that come into GiveMeTheVin.com. We pay extra for the nice ones, and we put the bad ones on the money. There is a difference between a good one and a bad one, but they're all worth something. Look at the reviews online. Look at what people have had to say about GiveMeTheVin.com. It's real. It's here. We're the Amazon now of car buyers, and we want to buy yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
We'll get to your dispatches in just a moment. You know, there's a lot of these stories that I've seen, and there's one today from the Associated Press, which is like one of the major wire services. People don't know that they know the Associated Press. People will be like, Reuters or the Associated Press? I've never even heard of that. What are you talking about?
Well, because it's spelled Reuters.
And AP, the Associated Press, I go, did you open up a newspaper today? And 99% of people will say no. But if they did, or if you go, hey, did you go to the local newspaper website? About 75% of that stuff is from the Associated Press or whoever they subscribe to.
Even a main question like, did you read the whole article? Because then you would see that most of them credit the AP.
Do you guys subscribe to any news services?
I do.
Journal. Wait, everybody said something at the same time, and I learned nothing in the process. Does anybody subscribe?
Yes.
C-Lane, you go first. What do you subscribe to?
I got the. I did a deal on the Digital Sentinel.
Oh, okay. So you subscribe to the Let Us Know?
It was like $3 for a year.
I hate when I see something that it'll be like an emergency declared, huge weather emergency,
and paywall.
You click it, you hit a paywall, and you're like, well, hang on a second. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's a good idea.
There's a couple.
Yeah, good.
Guys, it's a dance. All right. We got
Everything is fine.
we
talk at the same time.
We got this under control. We got it right now. All right. Now, Sabrina, I'm going to go over to you. Do you subscribe to any news sources?
So
not really.
I hate all of you right now.
Best stuff. So I've had the many a times trying to read something on like a Sentinel or Herald, and then I would forward a message to Jack Bradshaw. I'm like, don't we as broadcasters get some sort of... and then he says...
For show prep?
No. And I do subscribe right now to the Daily Skim.
Okay.
Which I absolutely love. Every day
email.
they send it, and then they give like the proper links to it, but kind of sum it up.
Yeah.
And I don't have to pay for it.
What about you, Fritz? Do you subscribe to anything?
Sometimes.
Wall Street Journal, because I got tired of clicking on things and then them saying you've reached your limit.
They just said, you know what? If we hit Fritz 500 times with this, you will have reached your limit.
Yeah.
I've got some tools to get around those, but sometimes it doesn't work.
12-foot ladder ain't working on anything anymore.
No, they built a 13-foot wall around all the websites. So nothing works with that anymore. You used to be able to go to 12ft.io, and they was like, this is a 12-foot ladder that gets you around the paywall. you can't do that anymore. It doesn't work because it gets smarter and smarter. And they want to make sure all their stuff is paywalled. It becomes an issue. I don't subscribe to any of these different things, but we're off on a tangent here. Let me get back to the story that I was talking about from the Associated Press. There's so many of these stories that I see each year, and it's a continuing trend where they say teenagers are having less sex than ever before.
Why is this an article?
Because they're wondering why this is happening. Why is this going on?
Why are they asking teenagers about sex?
Why not? Ask teenagers about all kinds of things.
I just feel like, do adults need to be reading about what the sex lives of underage people?
Of course, yes. You got to see what's going on.
Sorry.
Should they do this with everything? They ask them about drug use, too. How do you think
Now
they
we're
find out
talking.
how many teenagers are smoking weed, or at least will admit to it?
They're all vaping now.
How many teenagers are vaping? They do this because they need to keep control of this. And this is not like some weirdo group. It's the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, that is behind this whole thing. So they've been asking. Back when you were in high school, Sabrina, and you, C-Lane, it was about 50% of teenagers that were, when asked, responding with, yes, I've had sex. I've had sex
Except
with
for me and
somebody
Steve.
Yeah, we were the other 50%.
You were on the
losers.
We weren't losers. We were just waiting for the right person.
I was not waiting for the right person. I've said this so many times.
I was at the time of high school, and then I realized at 21, I'm like, that person ain't coming along.
Right. Well,
Where's my good man buddy?
In 2019,
I was busy getting friend zoned.
It had gone from 50% all the way down to 38% of teenagers who have said that they were having sex or they had sex with somebody at that point. Now it's down all the way below 30%. So that's a pretty big jump. You know, that's a 20% jump over those years that it's gone down. And you're talking less than 1 in 3 high school students has had sex with somebody else. You are in the minority.
With somebody
sure.
else is very, very important
right.
part of that phrase.
Any self-pleasure is not counting in.
Oh, that doesn't count?
No, it's not going to factor in. They said.
What about foreplay?
The Associated Press took the findings to teenagers and experts around the country to ask for their interpretation, blah, 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 because they're trying to figure out why this was happening. I'm trying to find the exact question that they asked, but it's not in the story I'm looking at. So there's a lot of
You'll
things.
have to pay for that.
There's a lot of things that come up. They said, for starters, what's the definition of sex? That's a good question. Rose, 17, said, a junior at a New England high school. She thought about it for about 20 seconds, and then it said it could be heterosexual sex, oral sex, and relations between same-sex or LGBTQ partners. On her campus, short-term hookups, known as situationships, are typically low commitment and high risk from both health and emotional perspectives. There are also what they call sneaky links.
Sneaky links?
Sneaky snakes.
Sounds like a beef jerky company.
That's when you hook up in secret and you don't tell your friends about it. I have a feeling a lot more people are, quote unquote, having sex, just not necessarily between a man and a woman, this particular teenager said.
I would be curious to see if they ask them about anything digital, if that's where it's all going.
Yeah.
You know?
Like sexting. And you're still like engaging in some sort of back
We're
and
not
forth.
calling it cyber anymore.
Exactly.
Cyber sexting.
Yeah.
ASL.
Exactly.
That's
but
faded out.
You know, I mean, there's a reduced risk of diseases, you know?
Yeah, they're acting like they're not counting same-sex sexual relationships with teenagers. It's still sex.
Thank you.
I don't understand why we got into this weird definition of what sex is. To me, sex is intercourse, right? And intercourse can happen between same-sex couples as well. And it's only.
But what do you define as intercourse?
Intercourse is when two people are together and one of them's penetrating the other one in some way.
Okay,
that's the way I would define it.
2 women are together, and there's no penetration. They're not having sex.
I would say no.
Okay.
I would say there was
It's a very straight answer.
I would say this is some sort of foreplay. This is what I would say it is.
And so, unless someone has a strap on, then it's not real sex.
No, it could be that way, but you could still listen. Follow this logic, all right? If there was a man and a woman and they had oral sex, do you think that you would say that couple had sex, or they were engaging in a sexual activity? I would not call that
There
sex.
was a time in which I would say that is considered foreplay, but I think that it has expanded, especially with me experiencing both worlds of that, because there will be maybe not necessarily penetrative sex between a same-sex couple, and it's still you're achieving climax. You're having this intimacy of it, and that could very well be considered,
if you're,
my opinion, as two people having sex with each other.
If you're having an orgasm, you're having sex. I think it just goes without saying, unless it's only oral sex, right?
Well, I mean, there would
also... This gets complicated.
It's a spectrum, man.
A lot of layers of this onion.
There would also be penetration with, that
digital
scenario, because, I mean, it doesn't have to be genitals.
No, but here's what I'm saying. If I was a teenager and
a young warthog
in the back of a car, I'm fooling around with some girl and there's oral sex going on, and then I leave that car and I'm like, I had sex with Lori. I think I've just lied. I don't feel like I'm telling the truth.
Lori, who has begs to differ.
Yeah, Lori is going to go, no, I didn't have sex with him. We just fooled around, right? Like, it's in that category of not doing that. And I don't know if it's defining that. I think there's more issues at play here. I think that there's a lot of these teenagers who are more worried than ever about getting pregnant. I think there's a lot of these teenagers who are more worried than ever about getting sexually transmitted diseases. I think there's a lot of issues around consent right now with teenagers that they don't want to end up on the wrong end of. I think there's a lot of stuff that would make you maybe less likely to jump into this. And also, if you go back to when it was 50% of teenagers having sex, I think, and
they were lying.
You might think I'm wrong. I think we were at like a hyper-sexualized point of America.
Yeah, I think
at that point.
I think a lot less information.
I'm talking about like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears prime. The fashion of the day was wearing like the tiniest clothes you possibly could.
And the thong with the the string sticking out.
Everything was kind of sexually charged. I think it's like there's pendulums in life, and I think we've gone down from being very, very sexual to maybe like a little bit less so and a little bit more conservative sexually.
Sure. Yeah.
Strangely enough, not much else has gone in that direction, but I think it may have when it comes to sex between these teenagers.
And then you also have this level that we had never experienced growing up and being their age of exchanging text messages that were sexually based, exchanging pictures or videos.
What do you think the number on that would be? If they
way higher,
60%.
The question they've been asking since 1991 is, quote, have you ever had sexual intercourse? Right. So that's the question.
They got to update that question.
I think we've acknowledged here that that's a more complicated question than it used to be, certainly back in the 90s. And there's some more, layers to that onion. But if you ask them, teenagers right now in America, how many of you have sent a sexually explicit photo of yourself to somebody else? Do you think that number is higher than 30%?
Yes.
What do you think that number is?
At least 60.
Really? 60, 70%? I wonder if that has gone down any, simply because how many stories have we had about people where these photos get leaked out about them, revenge porn and all these other things?
But you're also talking to teenagers who don't learn lessons until they're way older.
Yeah.
Make the mistakes a million times. Like,
mush.
I remember, I think the first digital exchange of genitalia. It was like a really crappy webcam that we were on. Like, I don't think AOL Instant Messenger had webcam capabilities. Like, we had to go to a separate website, like ICQ or something.
Right.
And then it was 2 seconds before my parents came into the room.
Well, I don't want to go back in my day on you again. I think I've done that enough.
Yours was with some sort of SOS
We had to
system.
take Polaroids.
Yeah, we Polaroids.
He did take Polaroids.
Can I tell you?
No, we don't need to tell this story.
I do want to say it. I go to Sean's parents' house, and I meet his dad for the first time ever. And what a sweet gem of a man. He introduces himself.
I disagree.
And then within 10 to 15 seconds, he tells me the story about how they found Polaroid penis pictures of Sean in his liquor drawer.
By the way, when he was like, "Oh, I got some
in his
stories
liquor
to tell
drawer,"
yeah,
because it was under the liquor he stole from his parents.
This is a true story.
That's awesome. He's like, "There's that bottle." Oh my god!
But when my dad
said
to Sabrina, "Hey, I got some stories I could tell you," if you asked me to do a top 10 of stories I thought he was going to tell after that, that's the last one I ever would have thought that he would share at that point in time.
And then he's like, "Here, look at this picture of Sean on a train."
Yeah. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Cutie pie.
We want to update everybody on the free TV thing we talked about yesterday. This is this whole Telly company that is giving out 500,000 free TVs. They have like a sound bar built into it, but they want to pipe advertisements right into your living room. It's essentially a billboard in your living room, which feels idiocracy-like. It feels a little bit strange, but people will do anything for free stuff, especially a free TV. Now, somebody like C-Lane was saying is jumping into the terms of service for this company.
I read it. I read through it last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
There's some stuff in there that stuck out, I think. This story from Wired says...
Pretty crazy party night for you, huh?
Telly's data policy says that it may, quote, collect information about the audio and video content you watch, the channels you view, and the duration of your viewing sessions. That could be used to monetize that information in a way like Nielsen households might.
Correct.
Right? And if they can go, we've got a bigger database set than Nielsen does, now they can go to the television companies, undercut Nielsen's bids, and take them on that way. So that's one way to monetize this. The TV also tracks a customer's queries, settings, preferences, applications, purchases, and the buttons they click, the time, frequency, and duration of their viewing or activities, and the physical presence of people using the TV. To me, that means the camera. That's what that sounds like to me. The physical
and you can't
presence.
cover it?
I don't know. It says the company collects what it calls cultural and social identifiers, giving the example of whether somebody is a fan of a specific sports team, a skateboarder, or an environmental activist. And
what if you're all three, Sean?
Then you're
Somebody's
cool as hell. You got a very unique category.
Not cool as hell if you're a fan of an environmental activist.
If you're a fan of a sports team and a skateboarder and an environmental activist, they're going to know that stuff about you. Viewing and activity data is anonymized and shared with a third-party partner, according to Telly.
Yeah, those are, and that's what they put for you to like read properly.
Yeah.
They're also going to throw in some terms and a lot finer print in which you're going to be screwed. I mean, unless you're up for it, what is the gain here? Like, is it worth it for a free TV that's worth, quote unquote, $1,000?
Right.
It costs them $30 to make for all of your information to be sold where you're not really gaining anything from it.
Then that's what people have been saying, especially people in chat. They're like, hey, I can get one of these TVs for $500 or cheaper than that if I find a good sale on Amazon or something.
They also say you have to agree that it has to be the main TV in your house.
Oh, really?
It has to be your main TV watching TV. Because I saw some people comment like, "Oh, just get one for my den," or something like that.
Get one for my game room.
Like I said, you have to agree to have internet, Wi-Fi, all that stuff that you pay for. Obviously, you have to agree to keep that going. You have to agree you won't be using any sort of service to block the ads from coming in.
See, that's lame. That's too much. And a lot of people are going to sign up for this.
And if
just because it's a free TV,
and if you don't comply, you're supposed to send the stuff back. They do keep a credit card on file.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So that if something goes really wrong and they see that you're not taking part of this, they'll just charge your ass. They're waving all these criticisms away. They say Telly doesn't view their methods as novel. Nearly all smart TVs today collect data on consumption and viewership, they said. They asked a 5-minute survey be answered when joining, where they disclose brand preferences, household demographics, and interests. The only difference between Telly and other TVs is the company asks people to share their data up front, and they get a free TV in return. We'll see how that goes, continuing to make news. Back in a moment with this Secret Service fail. They made a big mistake. What happened? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Aloma Avenue heading westbound at Semorin Boulevard. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Americana Boulevard heading eastbound after Texas Avenue. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Orange Avenue heading southbound at McCoy Road. You can expect delays due to an accident on Colonial Drive heading westbound at Carter Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
I'm back, and look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler, like choosing True as One checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truest One checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Quitting nicotine isn't easy, which is why Tobacco-Free Florida offers free tools and services like free 2-week starter kits of Quit Aids. We're also trying out music to help motivate smokers to quit.
Not another cigarette would be late. Now there's someone living tobacco-free. It's you.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
If you have a family member who's active duty, now is the right time to call Zero Res. Right now, get a 25% military discount. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, tile and grout, upholstery, and oriental rugs. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters in the Morning.
And Scott from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Scott, I've been thinking, at this point in my life, which is more important, to manage my time or to manage my money?
It's weird you bring that up. I have a good friend named Sandy who likes to tell me that when you're young, Ryan, you got lots of time, you probably ain't got much money. But when you get older, if you do things right, you got some money, but you ain't got much time.
Let's talk more about that on It's Only Money on Real Radio 104.1, 8 a.m. Sunday morning.
Tools Ace Hardware's biggest grill sale of the year is happening now through May 31st. Get $100 off all Weber Genesis gas grills. Get a free propane tank refill with the purchase of any Weber grill, Blackstone grill, or Uni pizza oven, $3.99 and up. Get a free bag of Traeger wood pellets with the purchase of any Traeger grill, $3.99 and up. How about a free bag of Big Green Egg natural wood charcoal with the purchase of any Big Green Egg, $3.99 and up. And as always, free assembly and local delivery on the purchase of any grill, $3.99 and up. Shop and sort one of their 12 Central Florida locations or online at acehardware.com. Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Hi, this is Jason Hansen. I'm a former CIA officer and best-selling author on safety and preparedness. The fact is, things are getting downright scary for everyone who's storing their wealth in the banks. We just saw the collapse of 3 major banks, and I would urge you to consider protecting your wealth ASAP. If even a tiny percentage of Americans attempt to withdraw their savings, we would see a collapse of the entire banking system, sending us into a modern-day Great Depression. Fortunately, there is a way for you to avoid this. It starts with contacting Advantage Gold. If you have an IRA or 401k, Advantage Gold can help convert those paper assets into physical gold and silver. This is the process that I recommend everybody use as a hedge against rapid inflation and to protect your retirement wealth from the banks. Take control of your financial safety today. Call 800-900-8000 to get your free gold investment kit from Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Call 800-900-8000.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Now open in Daytona.
A small roof leak can lead to a big problem if not repaired. Call the professionals at Skylight Roofing for all your roofing needs. 407-430-ROOF. Get your free roof inspection, skylightroofing.com. Roof with us.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
And I'm seeing a lot of people who are starting to put down bets, figuratively, of course, and they're saying that they think that this Brightline thing is going to be a huge success. And Courtney and I were talking about this last night because she said, it would be cool to do one time when we have like a long weekend. We go to the Brightline stop, the new stop, take it down to like Miami or however far you can go, and then drive from there to Key West. So it's not such a long drive all the way to Key West. And I said, yeah, I would do that. Like, I would do that. I saw somebody who did a tour inside the Brightline.
My mother could not be more excited for something.
They're impressive.
Than the Brightline.
They're really, really nice.
I think I would, if I were you, do that a little differently. I think that there is a ferry that runs from Fort Lauderdale to Key West.
Oh, does it really?
Because if you take the Brightline, first of all, you're going to want to be on the premium service Brightline.
How much more expensive is that? The regular one's like $70 or something?
It's not that
like
much more expensive.
Here it is.
140, I think.
Yeah. This is a regular trip. This is departing Orlando to Miami, or from Miami to Orlando in this case. $79 for the smart ticket, $149 for the premium ticket.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Premium ticket means you have nicer seats, probably more legroom.
Got booze, I think, too.
You have unlimited booze.
What?
Snacks.
You just
all
sold
that stuff.
Sean.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't take the premium ticket down to Key West and then drive a couple hours. You just got boozed up on the train. Now you got to hit the ferry. The ferry drops you off at Key West.
Party going.
And what's cool about
and then you go to
Brightline
Key West and take a nap.
Is
and then go home.
I can't say this I can't confirm it with the Orlando to Miami one, but my mom has used Miami to West Palm many a times.
Yeah, she loves it, you said.
Oh, she for a day trip, and she brings all her friends, and it's a whole thing, but they will pick you up. They have like a shuttle system, or I think if you buy this premium ticket or you use it often enough that they'll pick you up in a Tesla.
Really?
And just play chauffeur without having to schedule an Uber.
Right. They're doing a lot to kind of...
It seems really awesome.
Yeah,
and
to make it comfortable.
Based on that time, with 4 stops, you're still getting to Miami in the time that it would take to drive in a car. It usually takes me 3 hours.
Yeah, 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes it takes to get there
with
on
Sean,
Brightline.
about 5 hours.
It's a little longer for me, but I'm just driving safe out there trying to save people. Brightline gets you there faster. It's got Wi-Fi, right? It's got and it's supposed to be pretty good.
High speed, I think.
And inside, it looks beautiful. So to me, there's 2 kinds of public transport. One I hate, and that's hobo public transport. That's your buses. You get inside. Mostly they're gross, especially in certain cities. Not too bad in Orlando. I've been on one bus that I hated being on because we had to.
Why'd you get on a bus?
We had to get on it to go to the Garth Brooks show. I think that's why we were on it.
Are you talking about the Lynx bus?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
free one. Fine.
And it wasn't too bad. But in a lot of cities, the buses are hobo land. It's like hobo public transport is no good. It's bad.
we also got on the free bus.
And then
it's bound to be hobo
But
land.
it wasn't that bad.
No.
I've seen a lot worse. Then you have big cities where you've got major problems with homeless people on the public transport. And more importantly, it's gross. It doesn't seem like they clean it up that much. Looking inside one of these Lynx buses, and I know, save your criticism, don't come at me. I know that it's brand new. I got a feeling they'll keep it nice like this. And it's pristine inside this thing.
It's got the same mirror I do.
It's really slick. Like, the seats are super nice. The little bathrooms that they have are super nice. And I could see myself chilling out on this thing. When I took the Channel from England to France, it's like almost exactly this type of train. It's a high-quality experience. I just wish they went more places. I think that's the real issue that we have now.
Well, from what they've been talking about, there's another leg beyond, or right now you go Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, Orlando, and then there's supposed to be more legs beyond Orlando that swing around to the other side of the state.
Right, go over to Tampa.
Yeah, St. Pete area. Maybe not. St. Pete, something like that. There was, and also a stop around iDrive and the attractions area, like somewhere.
Which that's an obvious one.
Kind of by there. It was supposed to be Disney Springs, but I think that fell through. But they were also talking about in the middle of not the dead center, but in the middle of the Orlando to West Palm track, putting a station at the immediate coast Like, so for people going on cruises,
Oh, that'd be smart,
you could
too.
take the train down to Cocoa or Port Canaveral,
right?
And then get out there, take a shuttle to your boat.
I mean,
good to go.
if you get one at the cruise port and you get one at the theme parks, you're talking about a lot of people coming from South Florida up into Central Florida, and that's nothing but good. And this thing looks killer. Like, I really think that they did a great job. I don't know if I have enough faith in Floridians that they're going to embrace public transport.
I have faith in people who are not native Floridians. The
Transplants.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with transplant, and I kept going to transport.
Yeah,
I have
transplants on transport.
I
Well,
have
they're transported here.
faith in the transplants that remember a time where they got around perfectly in their city with good public transportation, and they go, all right, maybe we're getting there.
Yeah, the most important thing is that they keep this thing like nice and clean. Keep like the experience that Sabrina's mom has already fallen in love with.
Loves it.
Where it's like a sweet ass thing, and you don't mind going that rather than driving on 95. My God, are you kidding me?
I'm a turnpike gal, but
Ugh.
like I completely understand, and I will absolutely use this service at least like one time.
Hell yes.
I'm definitely going to try it out too. But I hope
Want to
that
broadcast on it?
I would, I guess, if they could do that. They probably have the ability to keep that
Just need a hotspot, don't
signal.
we?
Yeah, if they got a good enough Wi-Fi signal, we'd be able to do it. But I believe in it. I
But
think
once
it's
we
pretty
lock
cool.
this in, are you going to be totally in, Sean?
I would be in, yeah. And I think that one of the things that people
We'd have to have our own train car. That might be a little annoying.
if we're just
Fine, we're
Hey,
media.
give us
You
one
know
of the
who we are?
one of the test trains.
We're just doing one right in the middle of all these people. We're doing a show. That would be very, very awkward.
Can I come down with you and just stay the entire week and then just for the one day do Fritz on the street?
Yes, of course.
Well,
We'd have to do it.
Fritz
that
on the
way.
train.
All right, so we'll see what you think as we wrap everything up today. When we come back, I'll finally pay off that Secret Service story. I'm so sorry.
Tomorrow.
I know I'm going to do that first. I'm going to do that first. Then we'll do the final dispatches. Then we'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And finally, today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your hot and steamy Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs will be soaring to the low 90s today across the entire viewing area. We're talking our inland counties all the way to the East Coast, but mainly after 2 o'clock today, we could be seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms at about 40% coverage, and rain chances do continue to rise. Tomorrow is a Fox 35 storm alert day, so do remember to stay weather aware.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
It's Jeep 4x4 season. Make your next adventure epic and hurry in now for great deals. Now, well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $369 a month for 24 months with $2,999 due at signing. Tax title license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution at least through Ally Financial. Current lease must end by 6/3/24. Extra charge for miles over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31/23. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The places you drive past have a story to tell, and the Audio app brings those stories to life. Audio automatically plays narrated tales about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories right outside your car window. Featuring over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast, many narrated by some of your favorite voices, including Kevin Costner, John Lithgow, and more. Make your next drive an adventure. Audio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Life is great when you get a VA home loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Like having expert guidance through the home buying process kind of great. With other lenders, life is okay. Like figuring it out for yourself okay.
What do ARM, DTI, and PMI mean?
I don't know. Too many acronyms.
Luckily, when you're a member, life is better. Like getting expert guidance from a top VA home loan lender kind of better. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
The Fence Outlet team is knowledgeable and professional. They have fair prices and they take care of the permits. I'm very happy with my Fence Outlet fence.
Check them out for yourself at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Let's cross! Stuck in! Tyra! Oh, what a goal!
Orlando City returns home this week, taking on New York City Football Club on Wednesday, May 17th at 7:30 p.m., presented by Dex Imaging. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Dex Imaging, the world's biggest business solutions provider of copiers and printers. Dex Imaging helps businesses do business better. Check us out online at deximaging.com.
Heads up for you. That doorbell camera you have, it's not a security system. You need to get a Safe Touch security system, and you can do it now during their buy one, get one sale. Nobody beats Safe Touch's technology or price. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Hyatt Regency Orlando to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source. This weekend, the Hyatt Regency Orlando. Get tickets at FloridaFranchiseShow.com.
Hear new music first on your free iHeartRadio app.
This is Lars.
James from Metallica here.
And this is iHeartRadio.
What's up? This is Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park.
With the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. The free iHeartRadio app is where the biggest stars in the world connect with you. Download it today.
The portable Uni by ePass, now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or at gowithuni.com.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday.
We did it.
And I teased this so much. Let me just do it very quickly. There was a big issue with the Secret Service. There's a guy who's the White House
We're out of time. Gotta go.
National Security Advisor. All right? Excuse me, I got to burp.
Jesus, we only have so much time.
I'm sorry. He's a White House National Security Advisor. His name's Jake Sullivan, and they said an intruder
That's the guy
busted
from
into his
Avatar.
house. No, it's the real deal. And the intruder that busted into his house, they said didn't know where he was, and the guy goes, "Hey, what the hell are you doing here?" And then he escorts him out of his house, and he goes over to the Secret Service, who was guarding his house. He had multiple Secret Service officers, the detail assigned to him round the clock, watching him, and they didn't even notice that somebody had gotten into his house.
So that guy has detail, but Nancy Pelosi's husband did not?
No, this person's a member of the administration. I think Nancy Pelosi is the one who gets the detail, and so if she's not there, the Secret Service...
You get a hammer to the face.
Yeah, you got to get hit with a hammer. That's how it goes down. It said Sullivan confronted the man and told him to leave, and agents assigned to the house were unaware of the intrusion until after the man had already left.
They were taking a nap.
And Sullivan alerted them to this whole
Is this
thing.
like a you only had one job moment?
Yeah, I mean, seriously. They really dropped the ball on this.
He's trying to look for the clip now.
No, I have the clip right here. It's right here. I'm usually looking for the clip when somebody says Japan. That's when I'm feverishly looking for it.
Japan.
And I don't know.
How do you not have it on the front page?
That's
That's wild.
I wasn't on the front page anymore. I was on a different page. I got some good news. Oh, no.
Good news alert.
Gotta go over here now.
Send me the clips.
This is actually good news. From the Associated Press, they said it's a Mississippi miracle. Kids' reading scores have soared throughout the Deep South.
Thank God.
They said in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, they have skyrocketed in their literacy rates, which is not happening at a lot of other schools.
I can read.
They are able to read now.
Yeah.
And they said those three states in particular, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi, are doing really well because they've changed some of their policies. So
they
perhaps
banned and burned books.
Well, they got rid of one of the biggest reasons why
Don't need to read if you don't have books.
why kids can't read anymore. And one of the biggest reasons why we're breeding a dumb generation right now, and that is No Child Left Behind, which was an abysmal failure by all estimations. And then they tried to move the knobs on it a little bit more, and then it was still a big failure. This was the move.
They just figured out, hey, listen, if we just don't fail anyone, no child will be left behind.
Right, and then what they did was they focused all of the learning
lot of adults left behind.
on test taking. Like all of the learning was adjusted under No Child Left Behind to make it so you pass the test.
That was my 10th grade English teacher. We're trying to get you ready for the FCAT.
Right, as opposed to learning the actual material, which is of secondary importance to them. So they've changed this, and they're seeing some success, which is good. All right, final dispatches. Let's see what we got here. We have a few coming in just under the wire, and we have Seek with a dispatch.
Junkies, happy today.
Oh, you're tiny.
The paywall bypass site I use is called archive.today. They have a Chrome extension you can use.
Archive.today.
So if you have a site that comes up with a paywall, you just click that. It archives it. It takes 30 seconds maybe at most to come up, and then you'll bypass the paywall.
That's a pretty good
Enjoy.
tip.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Dum, 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 dum.
Nobody else pay any attention to that, but I actually liked it, and I'm going to give you a thumbs up, sir. Thank you for that. All right,
What's his
appreciate it. His name is Seek, S-E-E-K. Seek, you get a star, too. So now when your dispatches come in, they're highlighted, and we know that you don't suck. Here's my cousin Mose chiming in about the car going down the interstate when the turtle is in the road.
Hey, what's up, junkies? The other morning, I was driving towards my parents' house, and it's dark outside, and I saw a possum on the left side of the road staring at me, and I was like, oh man, he's just frozen. And then going back in the opposite direction, I could see that it was still in the road. I was like, huh. So I had swerved out of the way. I wasn't going too fast, but I looked at it, and the possum is sitting there on its front legs with a death stare, staring at me, saying, kill me, because it had already been hit and it needed to be put out of its
Did you do
misery.
it?
So I wish I would not have swerved in that situation.
Oh, he just left it there to slowly die. That's a lot sadder.
Or maybe some sort of Instagram rescue group came and rehabilitated.
Or maybe it was just playing possum.
Well,
Glass half full.
I am seeing, because you were talking about Jason Momoa earlier, Sabrina. I guess he was just in Orlando and you missed him.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Yeah. It's like, here's Bruce Traveler took a photo right here of Jason Momoa at one of the breweries in town.
Oh, okay.
and he was hanging
And no
out
one
there.
that listens to the show could have told me that.
Nobody decided to
realize I
inform
would have dropped everything I was doing.
They didn't tell you, which is really rude. But
Okay.
maybe next time they will.
But maybe this is your opportunity to start putting some feelers out.
Oh my God! You set up an interview with Jason Momoa. Why do we have to do it for
Because
you?
he will be more open to saying like, "Hey, we're the two dudes, but the chick we're on the show with would really like to meet you."
When did we become from Brooklyn?
Look, we're just the two Brooklyn bros.
We got a broad on the
Spot on.
dangle.
All right, let's do Today I Learned. Let's get the hell out of here.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. Today I Learned
Hickory
sponsored-
dickory dock. Our friend Sabrina wants to see you.
Penis.
Sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this guy right here. Gaudier is correct. After the massive success of his
Not
number
Goatsy.
one hit, Somebody That I Used to Know, Goatsy's a different thing. Gaudier stopped recording solo music, went back to his old band, and hasn't released a song under the Gaudier name ever since.
Good for him.
They said he made upwards of $10 million off the one song.
Get out.
I think he owes some of that to that weird YouTube band that all played it on the same instrument.
Right, yeah. There was a lot of people messing with that song and doing covers and stuff right when it first came out.
Good times.
I want to hear more music like that.
Today I learned the average human body temperature has actually fallen from 98.6 degrees, which is what I thought it was supposed to be,
Bunch of cunks.
to 97.5 degrees,
It's like conks.
which is what it is now. We've cooled down over time. The standard was from the mid-1800s, and they only used a sample of 25,000 people where they tested their temperature in their armpit, and they said that's why everybody thinks you're supposed to be 98.6 degrees, but you're supposed to be cooler than that.
Did they do the new numbers?
The new
in the
number
butt?
is
Butt numbers?
97.5. Oh, they didn't do it in the butt. No. They I think they went with the ear hole. I think that's where they went on it. Today I learned this show right here. Survivor is correct.
Damn.
The Swedish version of the Survivor reality TV show is called
Hurdy.
Robinson. The name alludes to both Robinson Crusoe and the Swiss Family Robinson, and they work it into the actual plot of the reality show. So very different from this one. Courtney and I always wonder, like, the music for Survivor, did they actually find, like, native voices to do that?
No,
or is it, like,
absolutely not. It was a white woman.
in the studio?
Multiple layers.
Like, just screeching out stuff.
She got paid also $50 for that.
And finally, today we're in this band.
Faith No More.
Right, Faith No More. Mike Patton, lead singer of the band Faith No More, was the voice for all of the screams and all of the howls in the infected people in the Will Smith movie I Am Legend.
Oh, wow.
They just brought him into a studio one day and they're like, hey, we want you to do a zombie sound, we want you to do this one, we want you to do this one, and he knocked it all out in one recording
He
session.
has a 6-octave range.
He does. He's got an amazing voice. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it.